Tired. I'm not really. I am, but I'm not. But I'm out of breath. Okay.
Not asking you. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, girl. Exactly, but it's love. That's what real love is. That's what real love is?
Start my blanket. Was gonna be for my daughter, for Ava, but she doesn't want it anymore. She likes her first one I ever made. So, or this pink one I actually made for my friend, but she liked it, so she took it. So I made my friend a new one, but there's this yellow one, and I don't know, it is so pretty. Oh, shoot. Set a timer for 12:45.
All I can do is apologize, but
I gotta pick the kids up.
Years of nothing but fighting every day. All you ever do is apologize. You don't never show me that you try to change. You still go out with bitches. You still hang out with them. You still talk to them. There's no change in you. I asked you to come out with me. You tell me no every time. You barely ever ask me to go out.
I'm gonna clean my glasses.
You ask me once in a while to go out with you and drink with your friends. My daughter can't go out and drink. She's only 2 years old. It's not but go just listen. I bring up options. We can do anything. Anything I ask is always an excuse. She can go out and drink. She ain't 21. I can at least take him out to the bar.
I at least thought I had glasses cleaner over there, but you never.
If you think that was wildly crazy, then click here to keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe. All you have to do is click here. And one more thing. Take care of yourself and each other. All right, Sarah says a picture may be worth 1,000 words, but she still has more to say. Sarah, what's going on?
Me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years, on and off. It's been rough, but this is our year. We haven't fought, we haven't hardly argued. I mean, it's been going great for us. For Christmas 2 years ago, he got me a beautiful engagement set. And for that, in return, I gave him my virginity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you wrap it up with a?
No. No.
Yeah. Okay. So he means a lot to you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love him so much. I love him with all my heart. I would do anything for this man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I do.
Okay.
I have a 10-month-old baby girl.
Oh, that's
Yeah. I love her so much. She's just my everything.
Yeah.
So one day, I picked up my man's phone, and I was taking pictures of my daughter.
So,
And I flipped
surgery
through
tomorrow.
a good picture on his phone.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I know it sounds really weird, but I love surgery.
No.
Okay, that really does sound weird, but I really do.
Someone else.
Like,
Someone else.
Oh.
Yeah. So I
not the fact that I'm going under or anything like that. It's just,
So what I do is
I know I'm gonna wake up. Obviously, it's gonna hurt because I just had surgery or whatever. But in the long run, I'll feel better. And I cannot wait.
There were only a few more chairs left.
Granted, this hand doesn't hurt as bad as this one did, and it's not as crooked. It's still pretty bad, but shoot. But I'm just excited to go and get it done. And
So you've been good to her.
I had my needles up here. Oh, right here it is. Like, I'm just excited to go and get it done and
What did you say?
go on with it. Like, you know,
Became clear who that picture was.
hoping this will be my last one for a while, and then see what's gonna go on. I go see my doctor, my rheumatologist next week, and talk to him. I don't know about my foot anymore. I know yesterday I said I just was gonna tell him it didn't hurt no more, but last night it hurt so bad I didn't even want to walk to the bathroom because it hurt so bad, and it like cracked. It was like it was bad. So, and today it hurts really bad still. So, I think I might tell him, we need to figure something out. Like, I cannot do this. I don't want more prednisone. Give me something else. There's got to be something else than prednisone. There's got to be. I think. I hope. It has to be. It's 2025. There's got to be something. But I'm going to tell him I want off the prednisone. You need to give me something else that's going to help or try to help. But they got to do something. I cannot with this anymore. Like, I can't. So, shoot. But anyway, I talked to my brother. Well, his mom is my godmother, and we grew up together. I was born in February. Him and my mom were best friends. I was born in February. He was born in that December. So we grew up together, like, since we were babies. We grew up together. And I never let him forget that I'm older. But anyway, he kind of goes through these spurts where he'd rather not talk to anybody for a long time, which I totally understand and I get. And I hadn't talked to him in like almost 2 weeks. And I was like, that's it. I don't care that you're not talking to me. I need to talk to someone, and you're like one of the 3 friends that I talked to, and I already talked to the other 2. Well, I kind of haven't, I guess. But there's some stuff you tell one friend and not well, not really. Because I tell all 3 of my friends the same thing. But I just needed to tell him, okay? He was like my friend, my brother. I needed to tell him. Anyway, I texted him and I was like, I know you're not talking to me, which is fine. I just need to vent and clear this out. Like, if you don't reply back, I totally understand. Like, I get you need your space. Like, I'm, like, if he needs anything, I'm there. If I need anything, he's there. And he's like, he did text back, and he's like, no, I just needed space for a while, and I've been starting to talk to people again. I just haven't reached out to anybody. I was like, bitch. Actually, I didn't say bitch. I was like, I fucking missed your dumb ass. So, you better reply. Like, I need to talk to you. And he hasn't, I don't think he's read it yet, but he's working, so I'm assuming it'll be a little bit before. Oh, wait. Oh, geez. I have 6 Snapchats. Oh, no. He did read it, but he didn't reply, which I get, because he is probably busy at work, which is fine. But, oh, man. She's more and more like you. My fucking cousin. I am so pissed. She had a daughter. She's super fucking cute. But she looks exactly like her mother. Like, exactly like my cousin. And I'm like, bitch, please. Like, they have, okay, me and my daughter do have the same attitude, but none of them look like me, I don't think. But they, like, you see a picture of her when she was little, that's her daughter. Like, identical. And they act the same. They sound the same. Like, their voices even sound the same. And I'm like, bitch, I fucking hate you because mine look nothing like me and yours is exactly like you. Which will probably suck in the long run because me and my cousin aren't the best when we were younger. But yeah.
And your baby? I'll still be there for her, but I don't want to be with you. I feel like this relationship is dead.
Everything we've been through?
She just had surgery on her ears again. she's been having some ear problems. So she went and had surgery again, and hopefully this one will work. She's had tubes. This is her 3rd time with tubes. So I'm not quite sure exactly what's all going on, but hopefully these tubes work. I think her tubes keep falling out, I think. Excuse me.
Then why are you still having sex with me?
Sex with her was just for fun.
Okay.
I basically.
So why you been crying for my naked?
Anyway, so we're all ready for this weekend. The only stuff that isn't packed. Oh, there's a thing for my glasses. Why is it over there? The only thing that's not packed and in the car is my stuff.
Okay.
But
well, obviously there's no relationship here, but you.
That'll go in the front seat with me.
With her, you have.
I don't know, because I gotta drive, so it'll probably be in the back.
You have responsibilities.
But that's okay.
How old are you?
22.
You're not a kid. I mean, you kind of got to know that you participated in bringing this big kid into the world, and you're just gonna walk away.
Tired. Not tired. I don't know if I'm tired.
But if it wasn't.
Maybe I am. I don't know, but I just know it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long, long, long day, and my husband can't get off when he thought he could. His exact words were, "We have a whole grocery list of what we gotta get done." Grocery list? Okay. I'm like, okay. That's it right there. But I was like, okay, and he's like, there was 3 of us, and now there's only me and this other guy, and I can't just leave this guy on his own, and so I might not be able to get off work until 6, and then I have to take my car to the shop, like his work vehicle to the shop, so you're gonna have to come to town and pick me up. I'm like, that's fine, I can do that. He's like, maybe the earliest I can get off is 5, because he's gonna get off at 1, between 1 and 2-ish today. And I'm like, no, that's fine. He's like,
well, basically, I'm on the show
why?
Today because my ex.
Why are you yelling at me?
Sister.
I'm like,
a stripper.
What do you want me to say?
Been, messing around with my husband.
Like, okay, before I probably would yell at him, but like,
why do you suspect him?
I can't.
Well, because just about
it's not his fault that he has to go do all this stuff at work, and there's only 2 of them. Like, how am I gonna control that? I can't control that. I mean, if I could, I would. But but I did call my friend and told her that we probably won't get there till late tonight, so hopefully we can go have breakfast with them on Saturday, because I do want to see her and her mom. And she's like, yeah, that would work. I was like, because it's like a 3.5 hour drive to Bismarck from Aberdeen. From my house to Bismarck, it's like 3.5 hours. So from Aberdeen to
We had been,
Bismarck, it's
hadn't
probably
talked to each other since our parents had split for like 10 years. She
Yeah.
moved
almost
in,
4,
and first of all,
probably,
this
because
bitch,
I live like
she
20 minutes from
started
Aberdeen,
going
but
through my clothes, stealing
anyway.
my stuff for one, and then she's always eating my food and not replacing anything. And then on second, she had set up a stripper pole in her
I told-
room, like around my kids. I
told her, like, if he doesn't get off till 6, I still have to go to Aberdeen and get him and then drive all the way there, and it's going to be late by the time we get back to the hotel. I'm like, so, and she's like, no, that's fine, I get it, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so, and tomorrow, I have surgery in the morning, but I'm literally, by the time they get me in, I don't get done until late because it's a long hour surgery, so I probably won't get done until, like, 5. The last time, that's what time I got done, and I think he has the same, I think he has 2 surgeries before me in the morning, like he did the last time, if I remember right. So, I'm like, it'll be late by the time surgery's done. So, let's hope we can get together on Saturday. And she's like, Saturday morning works great. And I was like, okay, good, because I really want to see you and your mom, because I don't get to see your mom very often either. And normally when I go to Bismarck, it's just for surgery, and then I come home, which is a pain in the ass. But so hopefully we can get to breakfast. I kind of want to go to Denny's, actually. So I'm hoping my husband and kids want to go to Denny's, 'cause I kind of want Denny's.
Obviously, I never felt like family enough to you. How did you not feel like family? I let you in my house. I trusted you around him. You offered me into your house so I could help you pay your bills. $100. Go somewhere else where you're gonna see $500 for $500 for a piece of crap room. I'm not the only one who would help you out. No one else would.
The room had a pole.
The room had a pole.
Yeah, the room had a pole. Your husband liked it.
Whoa. Okay. On a serious note, you sent the video, but did you actually sleep with him?
Yes.
Why? Yeah, why would you do that? I mean, yeah.
First time, her husband came over and asked me to come with him in my room. When he got home from work, but she wasn't even there. So, I've been there for you though. Where's the trust? Where's the family trust? Okay, the pole. I was in the room. He came in, sat down, and asked me to do a little pole practice for him. Does that make it okay?
So then you do it anyway? That's smart. I never understand these people. Like, I thought of it one day. I think it was me and my friend from Kansas. I think we were watching this, and I was like, how do people even cheat? Like,
He was spilling all on me on.
granted, I stay home. Like, I can't work, technically, I can't work. But I barely got time for my husband. Like, how am I supposed to find time for someone else? Like, I'm busy. Like, I take care of the house. I have my blankets. Okay, my body hurts a lot, so I don't really do much, but I go grocery shopping, I go to the doctors, I go, you know, I do all this stuff. And then at night, my husband, you know, whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm fucking tired. Like, I was busy today. No. I'm like, I don't even have time for him. How am I supposed to find time for someone else? Like, I just don't get it. How do people have time for that? I don't understand. Like, I can never, because, like, Look, I barely have time to even go to the bathroom some days, let alone sleep with someone else. Like, I'm out. I'm like, there's never. Like, I can never, because I don't got time for that. And then, like, if you did, like, how would you? Because, like, okay, so, yeah, you cheat, whatever. But then you would have to, like, make sure you, like, don't mess up the name. You know? Oh, he's cute. But, like, I mean, even if I ever did, I'd probably end up getting the names wrong or something, and ended up calling my husband by my boyfriend, whatever he would be, whatever, by his name or something, and then I'll be like, ah, fuck, like, like, I would mess up, and then it would be horrible, but how do you not mess up on that stuff? Like, you know, like, how do you keep the name straight? How do you, you know, or like, you're sitting there talking to your husband, and all of a sudden you say your boyfriend's name, or girlfriend's name, or talking to your wife, whatever. You know, like, how do you keep that shit straight? Like, you must be a good fucking liar, because
I want nothing to say to her. I don't want anything to do with her.
It's okay. I don't want anything to do with you either. Oh, okay, I was but you're gonna cheat on your wife and come over to my place and choose me.
I don't got time. Like, I'm not good at lying anyway. Like, I am good at lying in a text message.
I do.
But if I try to lie in person, I'm like,
We have kids together. I don't want to throw that away.
so.
But you gotta know that
And then I start to smile. And I'm like, yep, can't. I suck at lying. Like, literally. Like, I don't know how people can do it. Like, I can lie through a text message just fine. Because you can't see my face. But in person or over the phone, you can tell I'm lying. Like, it's bad. Like, I'm like, ah. Anyway, like, for real though, I don't know how people can lie. Like, I mean, I guess I can tell some lies, like, actually, no, I really can't. Because when my husband's like, oh, when did you buy that? I'm like, I've had that for a long time. And I, like, turn my head so you can't see my face. Pretty sure he knows that I'm lying. He just lets it go. I turn my face and I, like, talk away from him like I'm looking at something else, or I'm focusing on something else. So he probably does know that he knows he knows that I'm lying, but he's just like, whatever. I'm just gonna, he doesn't say anything, so. Even my friend down here, she, like, I've even tried to lie to her and I can't. Like, over a text message or something, and then, I don't know, it was just, she asked a question. I think it was if I got her, because I brought her food one time, because she was super busy, and she was having troubles, like, she was working all the time and doing all this other stuff, so I made her supper one night. I made the lasagna, and took it to her vehicle and put it in the front seat, and said, I just want my pan back.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
And that's literally all I said. And I wrote it, like, in my left hand so it didn't look like it or whatever. But then she texted me, she's like, did you send this to me? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, did you put that food in my car? I'm like, what food? And then she called me. She's like, did you put the lasagna in my car? And I was like, no. She's like, you're fucking lying. I was like, okay, I am. But how did you know? Oh, it was me. She's like, I knew I needed to call you. I was like, shut up. I was like, I knew I shouldn't have answered. And another friend down here, she's the same way. She knew, and they're busy in the field, and she has a kid our daughter's age, but hers is a boy. Anyway, her and her husband are in the fields working, and it's hard for them to make supper. Like, by the time they get home from the field, it's literally shower and bed. So me and my friend I made them because I'm at home and she was working, but she helped buy the food. And so I bought them, I made them, and then I don't know where they live. Like, kind of about, but I've never really been to her house. And we dropped it off there. Or I didn't. I just made the food. I gave it to my friend, and she took it to their house and dropped it off. And then left them a note, and I wrote the note in left-handed. And so then she calls me, and she's like, did you drop this food off at my house? I said, no. What food? I'm like, I don't even know where you live, honestly. Like, I don't even know how to get to your house. I know what your house looks like, but I don't know how to get there. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, what kind of food is it? Is it good food? She's like, yeah, we had one. It was actually pretty good. And I was like, well, that's good. Well, then when she called my other friend, the one that took it there, she's like, did you make this food? And she's like, no, I didn't make no food. Oh. And then we met later, and we did tell her that it came from us. And I was like, but technically, we didn't lie, because you asked me if I delivered it, and I didn't. And you asked her if she made it, and she didn't. I made it. She delivered. We weren't lying. And she's like, I asked the wrong questions to the wrong people. I'm like, yeah, I did. She didn't ask me if I made it. She just asked if I took it to her house. Pretty good. She's like, it was so good. You guys are so awesome. Because, like, all you had to do was put it in the freezer, or in the oven. So, they started it when they got home. And then, went and took a shower, and by the time they were done with their shower, it was done, you know?
And I'm like, well, okay, like, how could you do that? How could you do it to us, you know? So, you know, after this, now I can't trust him anymore. He goes out all the time. He doesn't want to stay at home. I cook dinner, and he's like, okay, I want dinner, blah, blah, blah. I cook dinner, and then he leaves. He doesn't say anything.
But I try to help him out as much as I can. Because I know what it's like to be in the field. I mean, granted, my husband doesn't do field work, but I have a lot of family and friends that do, so it's a lot. Especially if you have a family of your own.
Oh, I'm just talking to them because they might want to hire me or anything like this or that. I'm like, well, you can only give them your phone number. You don't have to get theirs. They can call you if they need something. Of course, doesn't listen because I think he's lying to me. I don't think he's listening. It's just that I think he's hurting because his father just passed, and he's going through a lot right now. And a lot of things in our life.
Behavior if he knows that even if he does it, you're going to still stick around.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully he will. He'll man up and do it.
All right.
He won't.
I hope you're right.
trust me. You know, you get upset all the time, and I can't deal with it.
Trust you, and you're always going out doing things, saying you're doing something, and you might not necessarily be doing that. You talk to other females, you tell me they're friends, but those aren't friendly conversations. Friends are people you've known for years. These are not friends. These are random women that you're getting phone numbers from while you're at work.
Well, while I be working, you know, I heard a voicemail that you did. You know, my boss came to me saying that you said you went through my phone calling every female out my phone. And I heard a voicemail. You saying that I don't take care of my kids. I don't do this. I'm worthless. How do you think that makes me
Don't
feel?
mess
It
with
made me feel
my
that I'm less of a man. That I don't take care of my
tranny
kids.
wedding.
I do everything.
What?
You know, you bitch because I gotta go out and shoot pool. I'm trying to make.
Let's see what this one's about. I gotta make sure I'm getting this. Ah!
And she hates me.
I ran out on the bottom.
How do you know this, and when did it all start, etc.?
I know this because she's told me several
Oh,
times.
no, I didn't.
Your mother says she hates you.
Yes, and that's not the only thing she says. Basically, that
What the heck?
I'm her son. I will never be the daughter that.
So why are you here today?
I'm here today because I want to get married.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out what I did. Where's my scissors? How can I lose the scissors all the time?
I've been talking to this guy online.
I need to like put something over here and like
a couple months
hang it up.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And
what was it like when you first met him then?
well, I've never met him in person.
Wait, so you're here on the show to marry this guy you've never met,
Well,
except online.
Well, a lot of people fall in love online. I love him
Usually
for his
meet
private.
before they're married, though. Yeah.
Well, I'm here to meet him today.
Oh, well, good. And you want to, what you've seen online, you really like, and you want to marry.
Yes, Jay. He's sweet. He's kind. He loves me for me.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of stuff in common.
He's a transsexual?
No.
Oh, okay.
His family wasn't there for him.
I see.
So we clicked since day one.
Okay. Does he know that you're transgender?
He does.
Oh, okay. So that's not going to be an issue.
No.
He's not going to come out and say, "Oh, I didn't know you were born a man."
No.
Okay, good.
Chill.
I think the biggest part will be my mom accepting. That's the reason I brought her here with me today.
Oh, so your mom's here because you want her approval.
I want her approval. And I'm just here to say that I'm going to go on with my life. I'm going to be who I am because this is me and I'm not going to change. Right. So I want to give her one last time to accept me.
So who's Millie? Oh, Millie's your mom?
Millie is my mom.
Oh, let's meet Mom Millie.
I can't accept this, man. I'm sorry. I can't. I had a son and not a freak. You look freakish to me, man. I can't handle it. I honestly can't. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Why won't you love me? This is all I want. I just want you to love me.
Well, I love Curtis. I had Curtis. I have I'm all done, guys. I can't accept it, man.
Almost forgot to take this out.
I'm sorry. I've tried. I really have tried it. I thought I would do better. Never.
Oh.
Never.
So you knew that she was transgender, but you never seen her in a picture?
Yeah, I've seen pictures. People send me pictures from online and this, that, and the other. And
But when
it's a lot easier to accept on, oh my God. Look, you're a giant. Nobody will believe you're a damn woman. I mean,
She's really tall, but
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did. That's why I'm here. Because I was trying. But after I seen it, oh my God, man, this is Wow.
You know what I want you to say?
No.
I want you to say that you love me. That's all I want you to say. That's the only words I want to hear come out of your mouth.
Yeah, no. I love Curtis. I love Curtis. You almost look like my Curtis. No. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Absolutely not. Hell no.
Ow.
Absolutely not. Hell, you're an embarrassment, man. Everybody in the family is embarrassed. I mean, you know, they're talking about doing an exorcism on you. That is, seriously, they want to exorcise this demon out of you. Everybody seems to think that you're a freak. You're a freak of nature. And it's hard for me because you're mine. You know what I'm saying? You're mine. And I don't know, hell, if I can't accept it, I can't accept, I mean, I can't expect the family to accept it. You know, nobody in the family even talks to you because of this. You know, and I've been on everybody's ass. I was telling everybody, well, that's my child. You have to love him. You have to. Well, now I think I see what they're feeling because, I don't know, just within the last, say, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, my whole opinion has changed, man. You are a freak.
This is me.
Okay.
Regardless of if you accept it or not, I brought you here because I want you to, but if you're not, then, you know, I'm going to get married tonight. Either way, here on this Jerry Springer show. So, if you don't accept it, you can go.
No, I don't accept it. I don't accept you as a woman because you're not a woman. You're a man. Okay? That's what I don't accept. And you're going to get married to a man.
I don't watch this. I don't think I've seen this one.
Well, here is this person because you've never met the person that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. But you love him. Out of here.
He is wearing tux. Half of a tux. His pants are sparkly shorts.
How can you not love her? She's beautiful.
I went to came out with sparkly shorts on, but
My clothes?
Oh my god. Really? Are you serious?
I'm in love with him.
That was before you saw what he came coming out here in, right?
No, I still love him. It's in here that matters to me.
What is it about? Why? What?
Mom has no idea what the hell she's even.
Are you serious?
How can you not love her? How? I mean, she's
Well,
beautiful.
because I don't know
Inside and out.
But I don't know her.
Well, you don't because you've been out of her life for a long time.
Okay, then, yeah. Shut up. You don't even know that.
I know your daughter. I do.
I don't have a daughter, homie. Don't be calling my man. I don't got.
Oh, jeez. Shit.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
I don't think I told my husband that
Well, you would.
my best friend and her brother and children are coming on Sunday.
Why can't you love her?
I'll tell him eventually.
She wants to finish school. She wants to be a doctor.
Probably when they show up. They're like, oh yeah, they were coming today. I forgot to tell you. I was going to tell them last night and I forgot.
No. You're not understanding is that I didn't have a daughter. I have 3 sons. This is not.
I don't want to tell them through a text message. That's, I don't know. I mean, I can, but I'd rather tell him in person. Which I'm sure he won't care anyway because he likes her and he doesn't mind her. But he's got a grill and he don't know about that part yet. Which it's fine because he likes to grill anyway.
You did bring her. You wanted her to come out here and give her opinion.
I'm done, man. You're wearing heels. You're already 6'4". What? Oh my God, this is for real.
Okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen here?
We're gonna get married today, Jerry.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Family of joy.
Are you?
gotta get up and do a fucking roll. Ooh, the mama's throwing shit at her.
You know, I love you.
I love you too.
I always will. Even covered in cake. I've always wanted someone who would look at me and see me for me and what's inside. And I finally found that in you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mom, I guess I know the answer, but do you accept them?
No. Oh man, she's like.
If you think that was wild and crazy, then click here to keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe. All you have to do is click here. And one more thing, take care of yourself and each other. What's going on?
I'm here today because I would like to get married on your show.
All the way to Paris, so we brought Paris to you. It's amazing the special effects we have at this show. Oh, how did they get the Eiffel Tower here? There you go.
I feel like I.
Okay, so now what's going on?
Okay, my fiance, I've been with him a year and 2 months now.
Yes.
I love
This is
him.
going
He's
too
a good
easy.
guy.
Yep.
So I either must
There's just one
have got something really fucking messed up, or I must be getting better at it. Because everything is going smoothly and
married when you're not broken up.
very good.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure now.
So, but you broke up. Why did you break up with him?
I broke up with him because he's stupid sometimes.
He's
and
stupid.
clueless.
He's stupid
He
sometimes.
sounds like the perfect guy.
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. I can't put him down for real, but he does something. He's like, I thought he was doing it on purpose, but he just don't know how to manage himself. He tells me, "Oh, I don't see it the way you see it." And at first, I thought he was doing it on purpose, but I see he's just stupid now.
Yeah.
He don't really know.
Okay. Now that you can prove that yeah, he doesn't realize
That really cut it out because I got him a job as a maintenance man.
he's a maintenance man.
Yeah, I
You
got him
the
this
job.
job. And of course his boss is a female.
Yeah.
So the problem I had was
right situation to marry a guy.
I feel this way. I broke up with him because when he didn't have nowhere to go, I left my mama's house. I was homeless for him. We was going from hotel to hotel room. He
Yeah.
didn't have nowhere to go. And I left with him every time. This time he chose his job over me. And he even said it.
Oh. So you still want to marry him though?
Yeah, because he's a good guy. Like I
Well,
have
how
been
good
with him
is
a
he?
long
If
time. Because he has another.
Usually I like to cut these a little bit shorter, but I'm not sure if I want to on this
okay,
one.
so
He's
you're,
been there
yeah,
for
you're
me.
marrying the good personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I need him, he's been there. When I need him, he's been there.
Yeah.
He made sure I had everything I need.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what's his name? Rico?
Yes.
Well, he's outside the studio, so he doesn't know what's going on. We'll bring him out. You tell him. Here is Rico.
Oh no, we'll try this once and see. If I have to, I can flip it inside out again and fix it.
I'm doing big. I brought you here today because I want to get married. I know everything hasn't been right between us, but I know we can make it work. So we talked about getting married in Paris, and if we couldn't, we was gonna make a thing. So that's why all this is like this today. And I love you. I got some vows. I'm gonna sing it for you.
Are you going to sing it in French?
I'm gonna sing it.
Okay.
I've been waiting for you. Our love is so true. From the moment we met, I knew I love you. You're the perfect guy with those beautiful eyes. Stay with me forever. I'll always be yours.
Hey, what you crying for?
It's gonna bother me. I have to cut it.
I'm sorry. I can't. I gotta be real with you.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean, everything that you have put me through, the damage is already
What do
done.
you mean the damage is done? Everything I put you through.
The damage, like, you always yelling at me.
I'm always
thinking
yelling.
that, you know, I'm cheating on you.
Now where's my hole? How
I'm
come I can never find the
freaking
freaking hole?
And you still just don't get that. I can't work without you blowing up my phone, without you thinking that, you know, I'm out here doing something behind your back. Can't really have fun without you thinking that I'm gonna do anything. So, I mean, how I look at it, you know, I just can't.
Are you serious? Are you really kidding me right now?
Sorry.
Oh, she's gonna throw that cake at him. Maybe. I'll cut it. How can I not find the flipping hole?
Hold up. Is it somebody else or something? You want to tell me something? Is it something you want to tell me?
Actually, it is.
Okay.
You have a secret
I
on
would
my
love to
phone.
meet her. I would love to meet her. I would love to meet her. I really do.
Is I have a female that I have been talking to off the game every time that you go to work.
Oh, okay.
We exchange numbers. Have on Facebook. And
How come I can never find my hole?
I do.
Have you ever met her?
No, sir.
Oh, here it is. I was like, oh, I go behind all the dang time and go around and around and around and around and around, and I can never find it. Ooh. Which is okay, because I have to fix this up.
Nice to meet you too. Finally.
I'm gonna mix this, or fix
Real
this
good at
before I
playing
forget.
video games and
You look real
everything.
sweet right now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know.
Excuse me. So, who are you?
I'm Toya.
Who are you?
Right now,
Nice to meet you too, but baby, who are you?
I'm Toya.
Okay, that's good. Your name's not important because your homework is
And you
like
are
me,
not
so
important because
give me him a year.
okay.
Please, I said, sweetie, sweetie, could you just wait a minute?
because, girl, you was talking to my cousin.
Okay, so when we used to always play Call of Duty and I was on the mic with you and
Yeah,
everything.
she used my Xbox game. She used my Facebook account. She liked you. She just didn't know how to tell you.
Okay, so if you knew this, why you didn't tell me straight up?
I mean,
Instead of me just
why she
around here
didn't tell you, I don't know.
Why he didn't tell you?
It didn't even supposed to last this long. I just really think you need to meet her. She's a nice girl.
Well,
Is that who Bebe is?
Baby.
Bebe. That's the name of the audience.
I think he's bi. Because he said he and then. Oh yeah, he's bi.
so what you're trying to tell me is I've been talking to this the whole time?
Oh man.
You fell in love with her. You just like my picture. You got chemistry with her.
You fell in love with this.
So the whole time.
Yes,
You fell in love with this, baby.
So the whole time, the video game, like I've been texting you, like I even sent you a picture of my private part. Like,
you sent a picture of your private part, but that's what it's not this big. So
It's like this big.
let's go in depth a little bit. You know that girl that you fell in love with, you know, that you said you love, you want to be with for the rest of your life, you was leaving your fat ass wife for her? That's me.
no.
Girl, don't do that.
I do that. Go chill. After I drink my coffee, I'm gonna get some water.
Jerry.
Yes.
Guess what, Jerry?
Yeah.
I have a secret.
What's that?
I'm a transsexual.
Oh, man.
And your man don't want you.
We're gonna see though.
Why would you use... Look, you live the life you want. Good for you. But why would you play him by using someone else's picture?
Okay, Jerry, let me explain. The reason why I did that is because it's kind of hard for me living the lifestyle that I live
Yeah.
and getting people to accept me for who I am.
But you can understand why she's upset. She's going to marry the guy, and then
She's
she's
gonna marry him. Listen. Jerry, she was gonna marry him. He wasn't gonna marry her ugly ass.
You look like, have you seen the movie It? That's what you look like.
You know everybody's been getting those lemonade braids. This bitch got fake up braids. So.
Is it fair to say...
Oh man. That's a messed up cut in there.
Going ahead with the marriage ceremony?
No.
Hey.
We coming home.
I still want to be with her, Jerry. I still want to be with her, Jerry. I want to be.
You want to be with her?
Yeah, considering the girl you were talking to was a boy, now you want to be back with her. I'd be like, Dick, we're gone, we're done, goodbye.
Now,
Whatever, man.
he does want to marry you. few moments ago, you were saying no.
I mean, I'm just confused right now, Jay. I mean, look at everybody I'm going to, man. I mean, just look
I just don't understand that.
Are you going to marry him?
I wouldn't marry him. Not considering after he just was talking to someone else and wanting to be with someone else.
If you think that was wild and crazy, then click here to keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe. All you have to do is click here. And one more thing, take care of yourself and each other. Joe says his relationship time has expired. Joe, what's going on?
That is correct. I'm here today because I have a girl that I need to cut off. I got a 90-day rule. She's been here 7 days longer.
Wait. You have a girlfriend, and it's time to cut her off because you have a 90-day rule?
I have a 90-day rule in dating women. Yes, I do.
In other words, so
after 90 days, she gotta go. Yeah, she gotta go.
It's kind of a new series I want to watch.
Social media thug.
I might start soon.
So how Jared into a front social media thug? A social media thug is somebody that like to talk behind the screen, like the computer screen, the phone. So I've been with this girl for 5 years. I met her on Instagram. So we had a mutual friend that we hooked up. We've been together for a long, long time. We've been through so much, the arguing, the fighting, and during them 5 years, we had a 4-month breakup. And within the 4 months, I got pregnant. So she was in the delivery room. She helped me to this day, but she proposed to me. So
you guys are back together now?
Hold on.
Oh.
So she proposed to me. I said yes. So when we supposed to get married, I picked out this beautiful dress. And the day before we supposed to get married, she didn't want to get married no more.
Oh.
So she flipped it around. So I was very upset. I was angry. I was hurt. So I went to the bar with my stepbrother. We got drunk, had some drinks. We went back to his place, talked about my girlfriend, his baby mother. So after that, we had a one-night stand.
Oh.
Well, at least it was a stepbrother, not the regular brother like the other one.
Because your lesbian girlfriend broke up the wedding.
Yeah.
And you go and commiserate with your stepbrother. And you wind up having sex with him.
Yes.
Sounds like the perfect show.
So after the one-night stand, 2 weeks later, a Twitter page texted me. It was like, your daughter ugly. I know a lot about you and your relationship. These are the messages.
And you don't know who they were from?
No. So this is a girl and this is me. So she like, hello, I'm following you and your first love. Y'all cute. I hope y'all stay together. So I'm like, hello, thank you, but we're not together no more. So she was like, now that I know about you and your daughter and your first love, I said, yeah, that's cute. I'm happy. You did your research. She said, you happy too. You a lonely bitch because you mad because y'all ain't together. She don't want you with your ugly daughter.
Oh.
See, from here, I don't play with my daughter. So I was like, my daughter could never be ugly. You mad, but what's the tea? What you mad about, baby? Stop being a social media thug. But what we doing was good. Okay, after the whole thing, I went around his baby mother. So she started mugging me. So I kind of figured it was her. So today, I want to find out if it was her.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to find out if your stepbrother who you slept with, whether his baby's mother was the one that was threatening you here. And she could have been angry at you because you slept with the father of her child. Yeah. And what's her name? Tina? You're 15.
This wasn't my hole, was it? I don't think so, but...
She got him drunk and said she wanted to have sex with him. And that's nasty. That's your brother. Y'all grew up in the same house. You man, though, it's okay. You knew that we put 2 years together. But you knew that we put 2 years together. No, you were not. It's okay. It's okay. You would know what you did. You mad, though. You know my girl, man. That's nasty. Okay, she knows her dirt. Y'all just had a baby. She knows her dirt, too. So what? Okay, she don't have no dirt. I know everything about her. So what? Tell me what you know. What you know, man? Oh, I know that I made that page and I showed you. Didn't call your daughter ugly.
So you obviously are upset because she slept.
Oh, I dropped scissors.
With her brother.
Here's on the
We've
hole.
been together for 2 years, Maury.
Oh.
We had our ups and downs. Oh, I'm sorry. But me and my man been together for 2 years. He cheated on me 20 times.
20 times.
20 times with different girls. He told girls when I was 7 months pregnant, I was a mistake.
Oh.
He ain't mean to get me pregnant. He told girls I was a one-night stand. But he came home and said he loved me, he wanted to marry me. When Zoe was born, he was at the hospital. He stayed at the hospital. He would cut her umbilical cord. And when he cut her umbilical cord, he told me that he wanted to marry me that night. But at the same time, I'm upset because you supposed to be my friend. I called you my sister because you went with my baby father. That was nasty. If you supposed to be my friend, when at my time, you supposed to come in front of me and be like, okay, I slept with your baby father.
Dang.
You know why?
Dang. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I would have made the same page, but I regret calling your daughter ugly. Your daughter never should have came up in the conversation.
Oh, well. That's good then.
Bring out
Nice.
the father of your
Said
child.
she was sorry about that.
Your brother, Tay.
So you go, how many times you slept with her?
What?
You sure? How many times you slept with other girls?
What?
Nah.
A lie?
Oh no, here's my hole. Found it!
Thank you.
I didn't sew up the wrong one.
Turn out sister though.
I mean, we were drunk. I mean, we did some childish stuff. Right now, we were the childish.
I mean, I regret it, but it is what it is. You can't take it back. It's done now. Well, I guess it's done then. Move past it, baby. You know, you need to move past it and start worrying about your girl. Stop everybody move past it. Stop everybody man and worry about your girl. You're good. Stop everybody man, baby.
All right, are you back with your girlfriend?
No.
No? Oh, you're not? All right, here she is. Here's Makira.
Oh, she's cute. Let's try this one. Man, this really matches because I can't see nothing. But that's okay. I guess I could just do a straight line then. I'll just keep with this. I need to take that out. I gotta take my nose ring out, and I don't know if I can. I tried the other night and I couldn't. My cousin, mark it on the calendar. I'm drinking coffee. I drink one every day.
So no decision yet.
No decision yet.
What's here?
I've been with him for 2 years. We had a baby. He slept with different girls. He told girls he didn't want to be with me. He said I was a mistake. And for now, I'm hurt because I sacrificed everything. I skipped school for him to be with him. I snuck him in my house when my mother told me not to. I asked my mother for money when she told me not to give it to him, and I still gave it to him. I went against my mother's rules to sacrifice for him. My mother told him he couldn't see his daughter one day, and I still took my daughter to go see him, and I got in trouble for it. For real, Lori, to tell you the truth.
So I'm a private.
I'll never forget you, James.
But tell you the truth, I do want to be with him. I'm telling you this now. If we do it again, me and Zoe is out.
So the girl kept walking up the trail, and then... Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have two options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch.
Oh, baby.
Asia
So
says her
young.
boyfriend's past is
Now they're
coming back to haunt
buttholes.
her. Asia, what's going on?
Well, Jerry, me and my boyfriend, we've been together for 8 months,
Yeah.
and I'm 6 months pregnant.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Ugh.
And it's a girl, and her name is Catalea Jo Brooks Nadine.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And during the time, I found I was pregnant. Me and John, we were broken up, and I had my text and told him I was pregnant, but he didn't believe me, so I had to go to, his house and take a pregnancy test in front
You know, because he felt that I was lying just to get back with him, but
I see.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, you know, we got back together and things have been going great. You know,
Good.
he proposed to me. We're engaged.
Yes.
And you know, we've been getting ready for the baby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, getting ready for her.
So that sounds all like good news.
Yes, sir.
So what is there a problem?
Yes, a month.
Sending my husband a bunch of pictures from when the girls were in Trenton were little. Probably gonna be like, quit it, I'm busy!
Oh, so he has this woman friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that made me mad, you know, like, why would you say she has beautiful eyes as your
that's
friend?
flirtatious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know? And, you know, I asked him about it. He was like, no, it's nothing like that. We're just friends.
Oh, my daddy.
I was like, no, friends don't do that. Friends don't say that to each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what friends do. So I broke up with him and I told him, you know, I'm done. Get out. You know, and he left. And about 2 weeks ago, you know, he came back to me. He was like, I love you. I want to be with you. I want to work things out for our family and our little girl, you know. And he had to tell me something, and I was like, what is it? And he told me he slept with her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is my best friend from Kansas's 1-year anniversary.
I plan on it, but I'm here to confront her and to let her know, look, you need to back up. Like, you know, because 2 days ago she had commented, you know, back to his comment he had made, and, you know, being all flirty to him and stuff.
Can't believe that. It's been a year already.
He's admitted that he's cheated on you with her, but he's still saying he wants to be with you.
No, we were broken up when that had happened.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, you know, and...
But you want her to get away.
Like she needs to back up and know her boundaries and know that, look, he's with me now. He's trying to work things out with me, not with you. You need to stay in your lane and know that he loves me and not you. He's trying to work things out with his family. You're just trying to ruin it, you know, because you're
here now to tell her to back off.
Yes.
All right. Well, here she is. Here's Haley.
So I'm here to tell you and let you know that you need to back up from John
Can't believe
and stay away from him because he has a family. He's happy now.
Beautiful. Eva. Actually, it feels like they've been married forever because they've been together forever. But
you'll have 8 months. Okay, but still, just because you think that doesn't mean he feels that way. I don't know how you feeling about him and why you think that, but you need to get it up out your head. Okay, but he comes to me every time y'all argue, every time y'all fight, and asks me what he should do. And you know what I tell him? That he needs to leave you. Because just because you're pregnant don't mean y'all have to be together. Okay, but he wants to be with me. That's the thing. Just because he comes to you, he's going to come to you when he's mad because he thinks y'all are just friends. I'm thinking y'all are just friends. You know, he's going to come to you for advice. But you telling him that he don't need to be with me, like, that's just your gateway to try to get in and ruin something that you really can't have. No, babe. I've been in love with him since freshman year in high school, and he tells me he loves me.
I don't want to say that,
okay,
but I did
just
anyway.
because he tells you he loves you don't mean it's like a relationship-wise. It's a friend-wise. You taking it as he loves you, wants to be with you, relationship type. No, honey, it's not going to happen.
So you're saying you really do want to be with him. It wasn't just like a...
It wasn't just
You need to stop yawning.
But I think there's more than just... Wow, one time and you feel like whoop-de-doo-doo.
Whoop-de-doo-doo.
Obviously, there's something going on for us to have sex. Okay, he was mad. He probably did it just to make me mad. You know, just to heat the moment. He felt like he needed someone to be there. This is what he told me. Act like he was mad.
Okay, who is Sierra?
Oh, that's my friend. Since I'm pregnant and can't whoop her ass, she gonna do it for me.
Oh! She gotta wait for a bit until she figures out a few things, but beautiful size and snap pictures based on them. First off, I have to go through all these pictures and send them to her and be like, first you need to pick one, then I can go through all that.
What do you want to say to her?
What in the world? Will you think that it would be okay to sleep with her baby daddy? And she's 7 months pregnant with his first child.
What is any of your business?
She's my best friend and she's pregnant. You know there's nothing she can do about it.
Okay, why don't you go home and worry about your pathetic ass life instead of worrying about what I'm doing?
Okay.
Pathetic life.
So she's... What she's saying is they've been together they've known each other for 8 years. They have that kind of a relationship. But you're saying that's a friendship. He really says he wants to be with you.
Yeah, he
Does
don't want to
he
be with
ever
her.
say to you he would like to be with you in a romantic way?
I mean, it's come up once or twice.
Yeah.
Wow, once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice.
Yeah. Compared
Once
to
or
my million
twice.
times, like, girl, y'all been together 8 months, please.
Okay, y'all been friends for 8 years. Y'all ain't never dated.
Picking on each other.
If he really wanted to be with you, he would have been with you a long time ago. You're nothing but a little sideline whore.
Well, let's bring him out. Here's Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan.
What's up?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Good, Jesus.
Yeah. Sorry you didn't have a chance to get dressed.
Yeah. It's alright.
So tell me, what's going on? That's your girlfriend?
Yeah, baby mama.
Yeah. And she says you guys slept together.
Yes, it's no side chick. Somebody keep
Gotta
us
send
alive.
pictures of the fabric.
What do you
Cancel,
want to say to
exit.
her?
I mean,
Again.
I am in love with you, and I do want to be with you.
I mean,
I
to be
mean,
honest,
we've got 8 years, relationship together. I mean, not being together, but
I understand that.
Okay. Okay. So there's
I
nothing.
don't want to be with her. Don't wrong. I got feelings for her and all. She's a cool girl, but I feel like I got a better future with my baby.
What do you want to say to her?
I mean, like, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be me or her? I mean, like, you need to make up your mind because apparently you telling her stuff to lead her on and make her believe that you really want to be with her, but you telling me this and making me believe you want to be with me. Like, you got us confused here. You need to choose right now because I'm not gonna play them games.
To be honest. I mean, I'm on 20. I don't know what I really want yet. I'm just here trying to figure out where I should go in my life. Man, I work. When I found out you was pregnant, I wasn't even working. I was living on the couch at my best friend's house. So I gave up everything, my music, everything, to make you happy.
Your music? What kind of music?
I rap.
Oh, you rap?
Of course you do.
Can we hear some?
Yeah, actually, I wrote a little something for her.
Oh.
Ouch. Actually, I don't know why I said ouch. That didn't hurt. But
Mistakes made, lessons learned. I lived life, baby girl, it's your turn. I ain't asking for a chance. I'm just asking for your hand. Let me show you what is in my head. I'm a different man. I swear to God that I'm serious. Baby, just hear me out. I take you by the hand and I take you to the house. I know it's hard to believe me. I told you so many lies to set you down, to look you in your face and make you cry. I'm sorry for what I did. Saying sorry don't. Now I'm on Jerry Springer and I'm so ready to admit. I look and I'm sorry that I messed up with this chick.
I mean, I love you, John. Like,
I just sent her some pictures and
But life
she's like,
runs
I
into
need
sports and see what we gotta do.
prices or
Both
whatever.
sides
I was like,
to
well,
our
first she has
life
to
together.
pick a fabric and then I can get prices going.
Yeah, like I told the girls,
It's not all the same price.
oh, really? So that's how you feel?
I'm just being completely
My
honest.
toes are cold.
Okay, what you were saying that you care about her, but she's still a cool
Yeah,
girl.
I need something on the side to keep me a little happy, bring back up, because she got a bad attitude. She's ungrateful. When I feel like she ain't appreciating me, she does. She brings the bitter outside of me when I feel like she's pushing me back down.
Okay, then if I put you down, then why would you even come back? Like, why would you even try to waste
I only
your
came
time
back
and my
in the first
time?
place because of my baby.
Mine not even his.
Okay.
She keeps me going. You push me away, she picks me back up.
Okay, well, you can have me.
Full size. And lap blanket.
How did it happen that you two wound up?
Well, my cousin is actually her baby daddy. So I kind of have a little relationship with her kids.
She's trying to
So I
keep
came
it in
up
the
one day to see
family.
her kids, spend a little time with them.
Yeah.
We just ended up just talking and
Full
Yeah,
size.
there
That
you
must
are.
just be a lap blanket.
That's
Full
a wrap.
size.
Yeah.
Sounds like a slut to me.
We'll be back. Hey, YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. support Jerry Springer, click here.
I think that's all I got on that was just a laugh one.
All right, Chris is here to win back the love of his life. Chris, what's going on?
Well, Jerry, I'm here to get back the one that got away.
Oh, this woman has moved on from you to someone else?
Yes, sir.
And tell me about it.
Well, her name's Destiny,
Yes.
and she's got the best personality in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything about her just shines. Her
I'm waiting for her
eyes,
to
they
reply back.
dim the stars in the sun.
Good.
Her smile makes your heart just melt and butterflies in your stomach. And she's really the best person I know. There's only one problem.
And that is?
She's married.
Oh! Damn.
Hang on a second. She's married to a piece of crap. He's constantly cheating. He always puts her down. He never tells her what she needs to be told. He never makes her feel beautiful. He's always.
Why do you think she's with him then?
Because I think, honestly, she's with him because of their child. Because after they got married, they had a child.
Oh, that would be Destiny's child.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's kind of funny.
Go ahead.
Anyways, but yeah, he never treats her right, and it makes me mad. But see, when they were dating back before they got married.
Why'd you break up with her? First of all.
Well, she broke up with me.
Oh.
Here's the story behind that.
Yeah.
When they were dating before they got married, he cheated on her. She'd have Cody in the room, and they'd be having sex in my room, in my bed. And later on in the night,
And she was with you then, actually.
Yeah. And later on in the night, she would go home and she would say to me.
After this one's over, then I'm gonna put a show on.
I wanted to make her happy.
Okay.
And
so it's okay if she sleeps with other guys?
No, not really, but
I like that. Not only saying
I've heard rumors about, him cheating on her again.
Oh.
And constantly putting her down and stuff again. And if he's just gonna be there to break her heart, I'm here to win her back and pick up the pieces.
Okay, have you told her this?
No.
Oh, so you're here to
Yes. But even though they're married, there's rumors of him wanting a divorce. Like every other week, he's wanting to go out. Does anything he should do as a husband or a father. So I'm there to step in and take that place.
All right.
They're both not that best looking.
Really, dude?
Really?
So you gonna leave, say, come back, and then try to take my wife?
Yeah? Well,
Yeah?
are you cheating on her?
Yes, I am. What are you gonna do about it? Well, when somebody's supposed to be your friend and they go behind your back and do stuff like that, it kind of changes your mind.
Well, you're cheating on her anyway, so what the fuck?
That same obligation to your wife.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a lot better. She's the most amazing girl in the world.
And you think she'd be with you?
At least
least I treat her right.
Do you want to
I'll
still
see
be
about
with your
that. It's usually what they say.
Yeah, I do.
Do you love her?
It's kind of depends on the day type of thing.
Depends on the day type of thing.
You'd like to still be married to her, but you're not sure you love her?
Yeah. Actually, it needs to get done while she's not able to remember it.
Oh, she pissed. I would be too, but.
You are a pig. You gained 50 pounds when I got re-obligated. How's that way? Yeah, and my sex is amazing, by the way.
Maybe with him, not with me.
Yeah, it ain't worth it for you. I didn't make it worth it for you. You're nothing, okay? You don't help with nothing. I have a daughter by you, or daughter, okay? We have a child together that I have saved. I have saved way more than you. I clean house. I shine shoes, okay? And you do nothing for me.
And yet every
It
time
is
I do,
all nothing.
every time I do something for you, I don't get any type of recognition, no matter how much I try to recognize everything you do.
Like what? Quit your job?
Mm.
Like those times where you say something
Somebody
go
is you
do
a parent?
something, and
Well, that's your
Say
child.
something else.
What
You're
do
a
you
dad.
think?
You're not a babysitter.
Oh,
She
flip.
appreciates
Ah.
Thank you.
You hear him talk like that, but why are you married to him?
I
I mean,
can't
it's your business.
believe
Look, you guys will do.
tomorrow
You'll decide
is
what you decide.
a
I don't
year.
understand when he's talking like this and why you want to be with him.
Wait, it
Terry,
is tomorrow,
I
right?
was in love with him. Was.
Not anymore.
I will always have a little bit of love for him because he gave me something irreplaceable.
Your child.
Yes. My little girl means the world to me. And I just so happen to have her with him.
Is there any part of you that says,
Okay.
this is
I'm
not the
right.
way
It is tomorrow that they'll be together for a year. I'm like, I can't believe tomorrow is a year. I'm like, it is tomorrow, right? Like, I thought I remembered, but I wasn't quite sure.
What I put you through? You mean you making me quit college? You making me lose our car? I don't even have the bills paid at our house, Cody, because you want to quit your job 3 times a month.
Is that true?
yes, sir, it actually is. What about all them times where you talking about you gonna go get a job?
Did
And
get
never
a
did.
job. You know what happened? You got one at night, working nights.
Seems like they've been married forever, though.
Same time, you knew that so that I would quit my job because I
It
didn't
wasn't my
have a
fault they
babysitter.
put me on nights. That was all them. I told them I wanted to go to days, and they said, no, we need you on nights.
That's not the point.
Not my fault. You didn't have to quit your job. We could have found a babysitter.
You could have had a job so I wouldn't have to get one.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to be with him?
I love you.
What?
I have hurt you so much, and I love you, and I cannot be with you because if I hurt you anymore, I'm not even sure I'll be able to handle it.
Look at it this way. How many times have you hurt me, and I'm still sitting here on national television talking about this?
I'm freaking cold. Just my feet are.
So you're going to stay with him?
I can't show my daughter that example. I can't let her know that that's
I shouldn't put music on because I'll say like we're watching this. I mean, we're listening to this. I don't even care anymore. Copyright. I'm not copywriting. Like, I don't own the rights to this song. I still think I do, but it's music. I don't know if I've heard this song. It's Billy Ray Cyrus. I wonder if my dad's listening to this. This guy added me on Facebook or on Snapchat, and I was like, "Who are you?" And he told me his name. I was like, "Oh, so you're my cousin." Like, long distance, but cousin. I haven't talked to him in I don't friggin' know how long. I was like, "So my cousin." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Haha, how have you been?" It's been a long time, man. He's like, God, I don't even fucking know. Third, fourth, maybe? I don't know, I'm related somehow. I don't know if I know that song too well. But, yeah, we're like third, fourth, fifth, I don't fucking know. We're related, but I'm not sure how far down. A ways. I do know that. Well, if you keep your frickin' food. Hey! Stop picking her!
Hey, adrenaline junkies.
Squeeze. Ooh. Interview with a killer. Let's watch this. I like this. I was gonna watch a show, or listen to some music, but.
The National Forest Serial Killer.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
I think I prefer the Beast of Blood Mountain.
A killer perversely proud of his crimes.
I set the record. I'm the oldest serial killer in American history. Isn't that amazing?
I want to meet him.
Preyed on hiking trails. Michael Hilton is talking about his crimes for the first time ever.
After ignoring the
I asked if he still lives in town. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I hate that town. It has changed so much since I moved. Like, I love my family and they still live there, but I don't know. It seems like it's getting worse and worse. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I ran out from on the bottom. I knew I was going to run out soon.
torture and kill people is, hold on, torture? I didn't torture anybody.
Kidnap people, chain them up in your car, beat them to death. You rape them. Most people would regard that as torture.
No. Where are we going with this?
Well, I think we're going to the mind of a psychopath.
A psychopath.
Devoid of empathy, mercy, or decency.
Narcissistic.
Completely out.
Psychotically so.
You're nuts.
Now awaiting a death sentence in Florida, Hilton says he's finally ready to come clean.
I'm gonna give you a news scoop. I did it. I'm confessing to a murder on camera.
And reveal what really happened to his victims.
She said something that really grabbed me.
What'd she say? It's the last chapter of an American crime saga. Do you hate women?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes.
Yes.
Chance to look inside the mind of one
Women
of
are
the
assholes.
terrifying serial killers. You have the power to haunt our dreams.
Yes.
Turn them into nightmares. Do you enjoy having that kind of power over us?
You know, in a perverse kind of way, I do.
Yes, where I moved.
Sheriff killers. They've been deranged, troubled, violent.
I keep trying to think of how
Crimes defined by a lifetime of
far we're connected.
split second of evil.
I cannot remember.
Nothing could
I
have
don't know.
prepared me for the likes of Gary Michael
Too
Hilton.
far down.
New questions tonight about
I don't
whether the man accused of
I
killing
think-
and decapitating a Georgia hiker may in fact be a serial killer.
In 2007, at the ripe age of 61 years old, Gary Hilton made national headlines by launching a shocking murder spree in an unexpected crime scene, the sprawling wilderness of America's national forests.
I don't know.
Over
Not a
4
clue.
months, he abducted, raped, murdered, and decapitated unsuspecting hikers, terrifying park visitors across the country. With Hilton lurking in the woods, no one was safe. It was like something out of a horror movie. Wearing a makeshift mask, Hilton used his victims' ATM cards in the aftermath of each grisly murder. Then, in January 2008, a massive manhunt led to his capture.
I had the person of interest in the missing woman case is at this Chevron gas station. He's throwing stuff in the dumpster here. I can go take him down if you want.
I can go. I can go take him down if you want.
Yes, they got him.
Hilton's arrest made national news and brought an end to the carnage.
When was it? 2008. I was in. I graduated in 9.
Michael Hilton now sits in a county
Oh,
jail
11th
charged
grade.
with abducting and killing 24-year-old Meredith Emerson.
The suspect in this case is also a possible suspect in other murders.
His interrogation brought into focus a terrifying villain.
Once you've taken someone, you're either gonna kill them or you're gonna get caught.
Wickedly intelligent, boastful of his crimes.
I'm the one that killed the girl. Okay, I'm the one that killed her.
And contemptuous of his victims.
I didn't kill them because for any satisfaction. It was distasteful. It was dreadful. Trust me, it was. Of course, I was able to do it because of my general rage against society. Of course.
Hilton pleaded guilty to murdering 24-year-old Meredith Emerson in Georgia, as well as John and Irene Bryant, an elderly couple in North Carolina. He was also tried, convicted, and sentenced to death for the murder of 46-year-old Cheryl Dunlap in Florida, a crime to which he has never confessed, until now. Today, he awaits execution after more than a decade on Florida's death row.
See, that's the thing I don't get either. Okay.
Hilton's terrifying rampage. Many only he can answer.
Obviously,
At 61
they're...
years old,
Oh, I knew you fell out.
America's oldest serial killer. What caused him to snap? Why did he do it? Are there other victims?
Obviously, if they're confessing to it, okay, why the hell are they still alive? Like, get rid of them. You should have just put them, been like, alright, you have confessed, you're sentenced to death, you're dying tomorrow. You know, like that kind of thing. Like, why keep them in prison?
Here you are on death row.
Yes.
Talking for the first time
Like,
publicly about your crimes.
just freaking...
We're here today, sir,
And they already know they're, like, on death row and they're waiting for their death. Just fucking kill them right then and there. Or at the jailhouse. The judge has been like, nope, you're sentenced to death. And shoot them right then and there. So much easier. Okay, maybe not in the courthouse, like, after they already are sentenced, because then that would be a lot to clean up. But, I mean, come on! Like, why should we pay for all this shit
I don't know. All I can say is time.
if they're gonna die anyway? Just get her done and over with.
Innumerable requests from every kind of person in the world.
It's so much easier if you just
It's time.
get her
That's the
done.
way I see it. It's time after 17 years to break my silence.
17 years.
Our correspondent, he said, I think I'm prepared to give you an interview that's a Lollapalooza. It'll knock your socks off.
Yes.
I will answer any question
Yes.
about any subject truthfully and completely.
Yes.
Can I count on you for that?
You sure can.
You said, be prepared to meet a whole different breed of cat.
I mean, I get if they don't confess and they're like, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Because sometimes people get convicted and then 11, 12 years later they find out they're innocent and it's actually someone else. But if they're confessing to it, just get rid of them right away then. Just knock them down, kill them. Like,
This is the case of Gary Hilton.
His crimes spanned 3 states and millions of acres of pristine national forests.
just get it done with.
Serial killer.
I think I prefer to be
Alright, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's pee.
Hundreds of miles of hiking trails. At one
And get
point,
some
did
water.
you spot the 2 octogenarians?
When they got out of their car at the trailhead.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. There was just a little parking lot.
And why then? Were there no lone girls out there that day to pick on?
No. Again, I violated one of my rules. I said no couples because 2 murders would generate a lot of publicity. I was down to 1 Ritalin, 2 spoons of coffee, $2.
My foot hurts so bad.
Dumpsters from a picnic area for 2 weeks. I lost a ton of weight. I think I was probably about down to 140. And I just said, hey, this has got to stop. And I had to take some money.
Oh my.
What do you mean when
What?
you said you had to take someone?
To get money.
For robbery purposes?
Oh, well, yes. I'm going to stake out this trailhead, and the first person that shows up goes.
It was the Bryants?
Yes.
Okay. What happens next?
So I kind of geared up, and so I said to John Bryant, you know what? We're going to take your credit card and run it. And he said, I'll go to hell. And he just brushed right past me. And I deployed the baton and hit him on the back of his left knee. So the guy whirls around. He was a big guy, a big, strong man, just as fit as can be. He whirls around. He's carrying this trekking stick, this hiking stick that they love to carry. So he goes after me with that. So I just brushed it away and then whack, hit him on the side of the head. Then pulled out a pepper, sprayed him in the face. He steps forward a few feet and goes down.
Where was Irene?
She was a few feet ahead of him. And then he does the craziest thing. Can't believe this. He said, Irene, I can't see. Hit him. Well, I just beaten him down. And he's a big guy, 6 foot plus. And now he's telling his wife to fight me.
Oh my gosh.
And bless her heart, Irene, she was all heart.
She comes at you.
She springs right into a fencing position, like on guard, and
I don't.
stabs me in the chest. I go, and
I don't know.
I brush it to one side and whack.
I think I would, if my husband got beat or whatever, and my husband said, get him, or get her, whatever, I don't think I would.
But there's another crazy
I think I'd just be like, run and find some help.
He pulls his wallet out,
But
and he takes his credit cards out, and he throws them. Inexplicable.
Did you abduct both of them at that point?
No. I only abducted him. She wouldn't get in the van.
What would you do to her?
Well, I put him in the van, locked him in the van, closed the door, and I went back over to her a few feet away. She knew what was coming, and she said, I'm not getting in the van. The police always tell you, don't get in the vehicle. You're as good as dead. And she says, I'm not getting in the van. I gave her my Dirty Harry voice. I said, you're not getting in the van. She said, no. And I immediately laid into her. I beat her, and her blood blew up. And it hit me in the eyes, and it turned my vision red. Oh, nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty.
this guy's weird. I don't remember him
Dumped
though.
Irene Bryant's body near the trail and held the battered John Bryant captive in his white van. He masked his face with duct tape and used the Bryant's ATM card to withdraw his payday for murder and kidnapping. $300. There are easier ways to get money.
There are.
So you're
It was all stupid, very stupid.
I mean, yielding what, a few $100s over the course of
It's
6
all
months?
very stupid. The smart thing to do would be to take people in parking lots, okay?
What about getting a job and earning some money? Won't take anybody.
I'm 61 years old. I'm sick with MS. I'm burned out. I have no resume. I'm going to walk into a phone room looking for a job as a telemarketer.
Better than going out there killing innocent people, right?
Well, robbing a bank was better than that. There's no practical way.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting it right there because I can feel it.
Hilton then drove John Bryant deep into yet another national park, the Nantahala National Forest, to end his life.
I wanted to get him a little further away because there were some houses within earshot. But John tried to run from me, and he fell down an embankment, and he caught his arm between two trees and broke it right here. So I tried to get him up, and he couldn't get up like that. So, I had the pistol in my pocket. I just shot him in the side of the head, through and through shot.
John and Irene Bryant left 4 children and 11 grandchildren behind.
Damn.
For the next few weeks, Hilton was in between murders, what criminologists called the serial killer's cooling off period. Can you explain to me what happens in your mind in that cooling off period?
cancer out of my mind. I have future foreshortening. I just get up every day and go hiking.
You're not thinking about it at all? Is the appetite for it rebuilding over
Looking
the
at
course
Mother's
of
Day stuff.
weeks in between?
There was never an appetite for it.
Well, how can that be?
Because I told you, as soon as I started this, I said no.
Well, why didn't you stop then as soon as you started it?
Well, I didn't see any alternative.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean. And if that sounds illogical, well, that was my state of mind.
Your mindset was that you couldn't see a way forward without continuing to kill?
Yes.
Just weeks after murdering the Bryants in North Carolina, Hilton was yet again broke and out for blood. He had made his way to Florida's Apalachicola National Forest, 1,000 square miles of dense woods, and set his sights on a nurse and Sunday school teacher named Cheryl Dunlap.
She was walking on the trail.
She was walking. Now, you've never publicly told exactly what happened there, right?
No, I haven't. And that case currently is under appeal. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been finally adjudicated. But hey, I'm going to give you a new scoop.
This is Gary Hilton at an ATM machine in Tallahassee, Florida in December 2007. His face is disguised to hide his identity. He's robbing his latest victim. But that is the least of his sins. You have the power to haunt our dreams.
Yes.
Turn them into nightmares. To worry about our daughters, to worry about our mothers, to worry about ourselves.
I really need to finish.
Do you enjoy having that kind of
So
power
lame,
over
but
us?
You know, in a perverse kind of way, I do. The woman I killed in Tallahassee, that I have my current death sentence for, she was a devout Christian and a real wheel in the church.
Cheryl Dunlap.
Yes.
Now, you've never publicly told exactly what happened there, right?
No, I haven't. And that case currently is under appeal.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it hasn't been finally adjudicated. But hey, I'm going to give you a new scoop. I did it. So there you have it.
You did it.
Yes, I'm confessing to a murder on camera that I've never had before.
You murdered...
So I'm giving you something, David.
You murdered Cheryl Dunlap.
Yes, I did it. I did it. And I'll be glad to tell anyone I did.
After committing a double murder in North Carolina in the fall of 2007, Hilton fled one massive crime scene for another, arriving in Florida's Apalachicola National Forest. Yet again, Hilton found himself broke, hungry, and hunting for a human target. He was living out of his van and living out a fiendish killing spree. Where did you first spot her?
In the Leon Sinks recreation area, on the trail.
Did you follow her?
I staked out the trail and I had binoculars. I was covered with a mosquito net.
I see.
For camouflage.
Now, this is part of the Apalachicola National Forest, another enormous stretch of 1,000 square miles.
It's about 40 by 40 miles. I finally had to get somebody because I had a little bit of peanut butter, some fruit juice, one Ritalin, a few spoons of coffee, and I had to take someone.
When Cheryl Dunlap wasn't tending to her patients as a nurse, she was teaching Sunday school. But on this day, she was simply enjoying a walk in the pristine National Forest. Hilton kidnapped and held Cheryl Dunlap captive, just as he had done to other victims, keeping her for days bound by chains to trees and inside his van. After using her ATM card to steal her money, he decided to end her life. But first, he would toy with her.
I put all her stuff together that I'd taken, her car keys and her cell phone and everything, and said, I'm going to let you go, but on your credit card just to make sure it's good.
Did she seem hopeful? Did she believe you?
I believe so.
Okay. Tell me, how did Cheryl die?
I said, come on, let's go. I'm going to train you to a tree. And I have a chain and a lock. And
feet are
she
freezing.
grabs it and goes right down and to put it on herself. She was already used to the drill. And I kind of had a feeling that she was going to try to not click that lock. You know what I mean? Just pretend it was locked. And as soon as she was down there and with her back to me, I had my pistol in a fanny pack there, a little 22, and I pulled it out and shot her in the back of the head.
Hilton then dismembered her head and hands and burned her body.
Cheryl Dunlap, she was all religion. And it gave me a kind of a perverse amusement to think I just terrorized an entire church. Okay? I just have affected their life for the rest of their life. They'll never forget it. And all those little kids
Oh, it wasn't
that you
coming
taught
off.
Sunday school to find out that she was killed and her head was cut off and her hands were cut off. It could haunt them. And
You're mean.
Scar them for the rest of their lives.
yes.
Yeah.
You enjoy that? Amuse yourself?
No, it's just I have to admit.
Yeah.
I kind of like ha 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 ha, you know. But she said something that really
Ha 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 ha.
kind of rattled me.
What'd she say?
Cheryl was sitting here, and the girls that we mentored together were running through the room, and they were smiling and laughing, and Cheryl had the biggest smile on her face. She was so proud of them, and she loved them so much. She had her scrubs on. I love that picture because it was Cheryl.
Cheryl Dunlap had lived a life of service.
There's probably not a day that goes by that I don't think about her.
No.
Because she was really, we were like, in each other's lives, in a deep way.
When she wasn't treating patients in her nursing job, she was teaching Sunday school.
The thing that I miss most about Cheryl is her ability to listen. We spoke every day on the phone.
Cindy Wechter and Laura Mayo were Cheryl Dunlap's best friends.
I don't know how to get my nose ring out. I'm gonna have to wait for my husband.
That she was always praying for me, and I knew that no
I tried
matter
getting
what
it
was
out
going on in my
yesterday,
life, wherever she was,
but
and wherever
could
I
not.
was, and even if we didn't talk, if something was going wrong in my life, she would know about it, and she would be praying for me.
December 1st, 2007, she disappeared.
So I got a call and was told that she didn't show up for Sunday school, and they asked if I had heard from her, and I said, no. I said, but that doesn't sound like Cheryl. And I said, this is concerning.
Dunlap's disappearance matched Hilton's M.O. She was last seen in the Apalachicola National Forest, just outside Tallahassee, Florida. Withdrawals were made from her bank account by a man wearing a makeshift mask of tape. And then 2 weeks later, her decapitated body was discovered by a hunter.
Authorities also believe Hilton may be connected to yet another woman's disappearance in Florida.
From the first time I saw him and from the first time I heard him speak, I knew
Ow.
that something was just not right with him. I just felt this sense of darkness and evil.
The first time I heard the name Gary Hilton was, as Cindy said, wow, it was like there was no soul. But he was definitely an evil person.
Hilton had never before confessed to Cheryl Dunlap's murder. We played part of his confession for Cheryl's dear friends, Cindy Wechter and Laura Mayo.
Oh, there we go.
How did Cheryl die?
Gunshot to the back of the head.
You were walking her, behind her?
No. I said I was letting her go.
Oh, that trick.
Yeah, that trick. Yeah, he's a tricky guy.
17 years later, Hilton still recalls her final words that shook the hardened killer to his core.
But she said something that really grabbed me.
What'd she say?
She said, before you die, ask Jesus to forgive you for what you've done. And she just said, kind of rattled me.
That make you think twice?
No.
Did that make her more human?
No,
Do you?
oh, she was human.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
What I thought about was God's grace was right there with her. Even though she was facing death, you're telling him to ask for forgiveness? I think that's so powerful. She would start sentences off like, if my life is to be prophetic. And she would say that in a way that she knew.
Oh, I got them out.
And I don't think she knew
On my
all
tongue.
this, but you know how there are times there are people that have a knowing?
But I still gotta get my nose one out. I cannot.
Heard that. It just brought me immense joy.
And I was just so proud of her then. So proud of her.
Ugh.
Back in 2007, there were few clues as to how Cheryl died. And Hilton might have gotten away with it if he hadn't had the urge to strike again. Just 1 month after killing Cheryl Dunlap, Hilton prowled another national farce. Out of money and out of his mind. This time, it was Georgia's Blood Mountain, where another missing woman was fighting for dear life. Do you hate women?
Yes and no. Yes, yes.
But Hilton's final murder victim, Meredith Emerson, had a clever plan of her own that would lead to Hilton's capture and end the killing.
I had the person of interest in that missing woman case is at this Chevron gas station. He's throwing stuff in the dumpster here. I can go take him down if you want. Stay right there.
I love that. I can go take him down if you want.
Gary Michael Hilton is finally about to face justice.
I'm gonna take these off to try to get my nose ring out. I don't remember where it pops open at.
He lurked in the woods, preyed on hikers, and says he became America's oldest serial killer.
I was always real good to my victims.
Until you bludgeoned them.
Until they either shot them or bludgeoned.
Once you've taken someone, you're either going to kill them or you're going to get caught.
In 2007, Gary Michael Hilton, a deranged 61-year-old drifter, launched a killing spree in national forests spanning 3 different states. John and Irene Bryant had
No,
been
I'm gonna have to
slain
have
in
my
North
husband help me.
Cheryl
I cannot get it.
was murdered in Florida.
I keep hurting my nose.
New Year's Day in 2008,
Well, I like this one.
a young
Nose
woman
ring.
named
It's
Meredith
hard to get
Emerson
off, but
went missing on Georgia's Blood Mountain. You never intended
go to surgery tomorrow. You need to take your nose ring off. I
Now
can't.
Hilton's talking
Like, it will not come off. I've tried everything.
midlife crisis.
Tried for like 2 days.
I'm going to give you a news scoop.
And it will not.
Making news with a
Come
murder
on.
confession.
Yes, I'm confessing to a murder on camera that I've never had before.
And opening a window into the mind of a madman. Outside of crime, your life is utterly unremarkable.
A complete abject failure.
Except killing.
Well, that started when I was 61.
Did it really?
Nah, I knew that was coming. I set the record. I'm the oldest serial killer in American history. Isn't that amazing?
I don't know about that, but... Oh, that's my puppies. really should be getting my blanket done.
2008. 24-year-old Meredith Emerson went for a walk on a mountain park trail and crossed paths with evil. You told police that your MO was to lurk and sometimes watch with binoculars from a distance, just like a hunter would.
Yeah.
And were you doing that on this day?
No, I was just coming down off the trail and boom, there she was.
Boom.
Meredith fiercely fought the attacker, but Hilton overpowered her and chained her inside the white van he lived in. And thus begins 4 days of living hell for Meredith Emerson.
No.
Yes. Sitting across from Hilton on Florida's death row.
Oh,
Staring
man.
at a real-life paradox. He's happy to admit to serial murder, but protests being characterized as inhumane.
She had a good time.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
David, I was there.
I knew you were there, but you were in Gary Hilton world. In the real world, she was being tormented and tortured.
She was not tormented and tortured.
They fight, and then they submit. And a lot of it is because of me. I reassure you that it's going to be okay, but just quit fighting or you're going to get hurt.
17 years ago, when he was interrogated, Hilton told police he had a magical ability to comfort and lull his victims into submission, and he still stands by that claim.
All of my victims fought me initially, but I quickly gained control, and then they all became strangely submissive. That's because of my power. I could put them at ease.
She stuck in your van, chained to the chassis?
No. She was unrestrained 90% of the time. Only during transit was she restrained.
You had a collar on her neck?
I'm telling you, we had a relaxing time. I gave her books to read. She would read them and everything. She wouldn't eat anything. I kept trying to. No.
You're so delusional that you think she was having a good time.
Well, she wasn't being tortured.
You told police she was not having a bad time at all, enjoying herself. I could tell that.
Well, in the sense she did.
The advice to people if they're abducted is to engage your abductor and to make yourself a person to them.
Hilton offered police this advice for anyone being held captive.
Tell them about your family, what your dreams and hopes and plans and schemes are, because the abductor is psychopathic. He's looking at you in an inhuman way. You want to make yourself a human.
Turns out that's exactly what Meredith Emerson tried to do in the clutches of the madman. But the cruel irony is lost on Hilton.
She would joke.
This is her engaging you to try and save her life.
David, you are talking through your ass.
You might be telling yourself that to make yourself appear less evil, but she was not having a good time, Mr. Hilton.
No, I'm not. You're less evil. I'm your worst nightmare, David.
You're not trying to appear less evil.
No.
Here she is fighting for her life, heroically, valiantly. That meant nothing to you in terms of empathy, mercy, or decency, did it?
Not at that moment. I was always real good to my victims. I treated them good.
You think so?
I know I did.
Until you bludgeoned them.
Until they either shot them or bludgeoned them. Yeah.
But you have 0.0 empathy. First chance you get, you rape her.
Yes.
Paraphilia?
That was, yes.
Paraphilia is a fixation on sexual sadism, a condition Hilton admits drove him to rape Meredith Emerson, and yet he denies both the brutality and the gratification of the act.
I didn't enjoy it. I just did it because I planned it.
Come on.
No.
Expect anyone to believe that?
Yes.
You also told the police that you didn't force her.
No.
That seems ridiculous. You're forcing this whole...
Oh, it was a rape. Made no mistake, but I didn't physically overpower her or anything.
No trace yet of a
I
missing
sent some stuff to my
24-year-old
friend, and I read the reviews on them, but I want her to read them to see if I missed anything or anything. I think they seem okay, but I sent them to her and said, when you have time, can you read the reviews? I want to make sure that they work, you know,
Detective John Cagle
before I
of the
buy it.
Georgia Bureau of Investigation got the call to find Meredith Emerson.
We learned that Meredith was a recent graduate of the University of Georgia. She was living in an area north of Metro Atlanta and had a job in marketing. She was an experienced hiker. She also had studied martial arts. So this is not somebody who would have just gotten lost on the trail.
Flippin' foot is killing me, may I not?
That this was something more than an overdue hiker. We had hundreds and hundreds of volunteers just show up to help look for Meredith.
I fully intend to haunt people when I die. I have a list.
To go on Blood Mountain and to search not only the trail but off the trails.
The search is on.
That was a shock.
That is true.
You told police you didn't like seeing that. You ridiculed the people who didn't know her but came out to help anyway.
I ridiculed the people that... No, I didn't.
You see the candlelight marches where Meredith Emerson and other people show up.
Now I'm looking at clothes.
People that don't even
I don't need clothes.
I mean, 35,000 people a year get shredded, maimed, and beaten to death in car wrecks, okay? I mean, yeah, what I'm talking about is a virtual grief.
An enormous crime scene.
It hurts really bad.
It's no wonder the police.
And I'm not even putting pressure on it.
You watch this.
Like,
this
it is
search
up.
unfold, right? Civilian, hundreds of searchers, helicopters, dogs, people walking the grid out there in the middle of nowhere. Did you just watch all that play out?
No. I didn't know anything about that.
You didn't?
Nope.
Hilton didn't know it, but he had just become the prime suspect and was about to become the prey.
We began to interview people that had been on the trail New Year's Day and had seen Meredith. They began to comment that they had seen her talking with an older guy. The older guy was acting very strangely. So we began to put out a description of this person that had been seen with Meredith. And we got a call to our tip line from someone who says...
Why do I keep looking at stuff?
His name is Gary Hilton.
After stalking and killing unsuspecting hikers in 2 other states, Hilton is now the one being hunted. The captive Meredith has a plan of her own.
They fight, and then they submit.
And a surprise in store for the aging maniac. She kept on fighting you, right, with her brains, outsmarting you with the bank cards.
She didn't outsmart.
Got you running around.
You think so, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this old guy is not happy. Doesn't seem like it anyway.
In the days after Meredith Emerson's disappearance on New Year's Day 2008, police are on the brink of finding her and her captor, Gary Michael Hilton. She's an innocent stranger.
I'll take a nap, I think. I'll have to go feed the cat in an hour.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question.
What's the answer?
It's a good question. That's a good question.
The mission at the time.
The mission at the time?
Yep.
The mission to what?
To kill, murder, and take her ATM card and give the money out of it.
But when Hilton demanded Meredith's ATM card, she repeatedly gave him bad PIN numbers, which he used at machines along the escape route, leaving a trail of digital breadcrumbs for Georgia Detective John Cagle.
We found out that there, in fact, had been activity throughout the week. The first night,
I didn't like that.
1st, there was
He
activity.
gave you wrong stuff. She gave you wrong stuff.
A bank about 15 miles from Blood Mountain.
Feels weird when no tongue ring in.
Attempt at a bank about 40 miles south, and then the following day there was another attempt about 70 miles southwest of Blood Mountain. So they're all over the place.
We really gotta put clothes away, me and my daughters.
To try to catch up.
No, I don't have any, but they do. And I thought about putting away for them, but
outsmarting you with the bank cards.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't that hard. My foot is fucking killing me. And I'm sitting down, and it is freaking hurting bad. So I don't want to.
Police a virtual roadmap as you tried to use her ATM card. She knew this was the way to hold the window open for a rescue and to be tracked.
You think so, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Did you not figure out what she was doing?
I think she miscalculated.
Well, kept her alive for 4 days. You might have killed her that first day. Who knows? Thanks to Meredith, police now
That's
have
not
a beat
wrong.
on Hilton.
He's not wrong.
But they know that time may be running out for her because the killer could snap at any moment.
We were getting closer to Hilton.
It is hurting bad.
We seem to be just a step behind. The longer these things go on, the less likely there's a good outcome.
You told police there was never any plan to let her go.
Right.
I knew that if I let her go, I'd be identified. I knew she couldn't be let go. I knew she was doomed.
Yep, I was as good as caught if I let her go.
On the last day, you pulled the cruelest trick of all on her. Right? You told her you were letting her go home.
Oh, cruel?
Very cruel. Pure evil. No?
Well, what if I told her, today I'm going to kill you?
Equally evil.
Equally evil?
Yes. You tie her to a tree, you bag up all her stuff, and now it's the iron bar, right?
Yes.
Solid iron bar. Struck her with that.
Yes.
She said, no, let me go.
Yes.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Put her hands up.
Yeah.
You keep striking her.
Uh-huh.
You'll see some defensive wounds to her hands.
Oh, God, yes.
Beat her into unconsciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, I kept striking her to ensure she was dead.
Yeah.
You feeling anything at this point? Or
Yes.
what are you feeling?
Loathing. It's terrible. Beating someone to death is number one, it's a hard way to die, and it's a hard way
Choking
to kill
over here.
anyone. Oh, I wouldn't have done it if I had my guns with me.
Did you ever consider not killing her?
No.
Not taking her?
No.
You didn't have to kill her.
Yes, I did.
If you didn't kill her, you wouldn't have to cut her up, right?
If I didn't kill her, I'd have been caught.
And then you decapitate her with what you describe as a standard serrated kitchen knife.
Bread knife.
Why'd you do that?
Because her hair is full of forensic evidence, including dog hair. Her hair is full of Danny's hair, and they get DNA off dog hairs.
You say you did that for forensic reasons, right?
Yes, it's like a
more common variety paraphilia, because the filing a corpse is a telltale sign of paraphilia.
No, you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Sure?
Positive. It was dreadful. I'd already told you I couldn't even look.
The fact that he had decapitated her, I asked him why, what was that about? And he said that he had done that for forensic purposes. And if anybody's ever met Gary Hilton, he did that because he liked it.
Finally, police use Meredith's ATM smoke signal to hone in on him.
Okay, I gotta stop.
Spread the word.
I gotta stop looking at stuff to buy that I don't need. My husband will kill me. Okay, not really, but.
Chevron gas station. The van is here. The dog has hit the red dot, and I saw the man's face, and I've been watching the news, and I know it's him. I know it's him. He's throwing stuff in the
Be like, you didn't need that.
I can go take him down if you want.
Oh, I didn't, but I did anyway.
Just hours after Hilton
Tired.
murdered Meredith,
Right.
police tracked him down outside a gas station.
Here comes the call. Yes. Yeah. Wait for that? Yes. They got him.
Woo. It's wild strawberry
By a young woman who
with caffeine, but no sugar in. Woo.
and lost
That
her
is
life in the process of stopping him.
strong.
Meredith was not with him when he was arrested. We did not believe this was going to have a good outcome for Meredith.
Ugh.
Hilton's arrest made headlines as hikers across the southeast could breathe a sigh of relief.
Gary Michael Hilton, of course, is the suspect who is now in custody.
Cops tracked this guy down and captured him.
61-year-old Gary Michael Hilton now sits in a county jail.
One thing I didn't ask you about, did you have to put
Oh, I think I might need to take a nap.
leaves and brush next to the tree. And I went probably 15 feet, maybe 20 feet doing
I'm freaking
that
tired.
until I was able to uncover the leaves that exposed her head. I had another agent with me, and I said, I told him to stay with Meredith because we're not going to leave her.
The Emersons were finally able to lay their beloved and brave daughter to rest.
They had a memorial service for Meredith in Athens, Georgia. And thousands of people came that didn't even know Meredith. Her friends, her family, were all alike. They were all just good, solid people. And so it was a tough time for the family and the friends and the hiking community.
But to authorities in Georgia, there were still unanswered questions. Why did Gary Hilton kill these people? And what set him off?
Listen, I know as well as anyone, I'm a crime expert, and I know that serial killers never ever start when they're 61 years old. And they don't wake up and start killing people. It doesn't happen.
Broke right
How
off.
do you account for that?
Well, let me finish. It's never happened in the past, and it's never going to happen again. I set the record for, I'm the oldest serial killer in America.
I think he's like proud of that.
And I understand that the probability, that I have been killed.
Oh, I'm freezing. I know I have my fan on, but.
So I can understand someone not believing me and trust me. My best friend of 10 years was visiting me a couple of weeks ago. He still was not sure. My legal team is still not sure.
You maintain, contrary to common sense and logic and statistics,
let me answer that with a saying that I've come up with. You must always leave room for the exception.
So you maintain,
you must always leave room for the coincidence.
All these years later, Hilton remains perversely proud of his crimes. But this deranged serial killer's reign of terror is over. And now Gary Hilton is the one in chains and about to finally face justice.
I believe he is nothing more than a bully and a weak-minded coward who preys on others.
I don't remember this guy.
In the 1995 B horror movie Deadly Run, a psychotic killer kidnaps women and releases them into a mountain wilderness only to stalk and hunt them down. Gary Hilton is listed on the movie's IMDb page as an uncredited member of the crew. The film's producer, Sam Rail, says Hilton even embellished the screenplay with detailed ways of tormenting the female characters. Some scenes were filmed near Blood Mountain, where Gary Hilton abducted 24-year-old Meredith Emerson in 2008. Back in '95, you helped make a movie called Deadly Run. Is that art imitating life or life imitating art?
It's neither. This is Sam Rail acquired this. Here's the genesis of that. Sam Rail acquired this property. In other words, a screenplay.
But you did work on the film, right?
No.
You didn't help him with the film?
No.
He credits you with ideas like, let's have the women fight back.
Yes, that guy has caused me more mischief. Not a chance.
You say none of that's true?
No.
Okay. It's an eerie coincidence that the plot of the movie revolves around hunting women down and killing them.
It is.
The cabin used to shoot a scene is stone's throw from one of your apartments.
No, it isn't.
Blood Mountain? No?
It's not a stone's throw.
20 minutes, 20 miles.
It's a long throw.
Oh, it's not even moving.
With the film.
I didn't think it was.
In the aftermath of his arrest, he appeared to relish any notoriety.
Pop right up. Why are you doing this? Come here.
The more you limit it, the bigger demand it makes.
You are infamous.
Yes, sir.
Collectors of murder memorabilia think you're a big celebrity.
Oh, yeah, I'm a hot commodity.
You enjoy all that attention?
Oh man, that
It's better
looks
than
bad.
being ignored.
I gotta tear
After
this stuff
Hilton
off.
cut a deal in Georgia to avoid the death penalty there, police tried to get him to talk about his other crimes. The murders of John and Irene Bryant in North Carolina and the killing of Cheryl Dunlap in Florida. But instead, he put on a dizzying display of derangement.
Let me tell you, in 4.5 billion years, the sun's going to run out of nuclear fuel. It'll start to collapse in on itself, kind of like the Lone Ranger. And the Lone Ranger would come galloping into town. There would be all the schmuck townspeople, right? And here the Lone Ranger would be wearing this mask, a skin-tight outfit, a really elaborate two-gun rig, mounted with silver, with chrome pistols. I have a rage against society, and I guess most people would fit the bill as far as the victim goes. Wasn't it you that asked me what's it like to cut someone's head off? Okay. It was dreadful, and the only thing you can do is so dreadful that the only thing you can do is go on autopilot. I told you it wasn't worth it.
Hilton's no different than any other serial killer. They always think they're the most, important and the smartest person in the room. And Hilton's no exception. The only time he's smarter than anybody is when he's alone in his cell. That's the time he's the smartest guy in the room.
Do you think you're smart?
I am.
You do? Now, they say serial killers are the smartest of the killing group.
They do?
But I can't tell how smart you are. Cunning, sure. Uneducated for the most part, basing your crimes
Man, I
in
really made a note in
sprawling
this.
settings seems clever. But you did a lot of stupid things along the way too, right?
Sure did.
Sure did.
Hilton's many missteps would come back to haunt him. This time in a Florida courtroom where the death penalty was back on the table.
And if they want to spend $1 million, $2 million to convict me, and then another $2 million to get death, and then another $8 million to defend the death penalty.
That's exactly what authorities did in Florida State Court for the abduction and murder of beloved nurse Cheryl Dunlap.
Gary was not the ordinary killer. There were too many levels to him.
Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Abby Strauss was one of the first to evaluate
Getting
Gary
it now.
Hilton's mind for the Florida court case.
I was hired by the Office of the Public Defender in 2009 to see him to do a psychiatric evaluation, and I was trying to get a sense of what happened. Why did you not kill anybody until you're 61 years old?
Hilton greeted Dr. Strauss with his characteristic grandiosity.
I said, Mr. Hilton, glad to meet you. And he said, Dr. Strauss? Oh, yes, I knew you were coming. By the way, did you read the New York Times today? Now, I am there to talk to him about the charges of murder against him. And it seems
There we go.
almost like it was a deflection of some sort.
And geez, I haven't even told my husband that I'm leaving and going on vacation with my best friend and her daughter. Man, I really need to get to telling him.
At first, he said that
More. Okay, he always says, you never tell me anything.
he didn't have to worry about
Honestly, I really do. But these two things I have not told him. And I'll admit to it, I have not told him yet because I literally keep forgetting.
And his hatred was deep.
Do you hate women?
Yes and no. Yes.
Here's how you described women to police. You see, part of my dislike, or I wouldn't call it hatred, but almost, for women is that they have all the advantages.
You don't be fooled by a woman's nurturing instinct. Look at their free will personalities, and you're going to find women are the most hateful, avaricious, accumulative, greedy, and heartless.
You believe all that?
Women have all the advantages. They're smarter. They're more intuitive. They're more patient, which is a very prime virtue, very valuable virtue. They're more patient, and they have all the. It's not fair. It's not fair.
They are
Your
assholes.
reasons for hating?
It's just not fair.
I can't tell if you're joking Strauss has a theory about Hilton's hatred of women.
Apparently his mother divorced his biological father when he was roughly 5 years old, and they got married to the stepfather. And it was not a good relationship. Gary said that his mother would speak to him about the importance of giving her new husband a good orgasm. How destructive to a kid who's trying to figure out life to have to live what he knows about his mother's orgasmic history.
Strauss testified at the Dunlap trial.
State of Florida versus Gary Michael Hilton.
And presented his findings as a mitigating factor during the sentencing phase.
A child can grow up with this emptiness inside of them. I got the feeling.
I know I didn't like women.
I was giving him a bunch of psychological BS.
The evidence against Hilton was overwhelming. Your lawyers are presenting mitigating factors, which were underwhelming. And then the state plays videos of you post-murders, happy-go-lucky, basically celebrating. At one point you say, in a sing-song voice, I had to kill those bitches.
Yes. You know, that was funny because
Funny?
This was after Cheryl. This is after. Yeah, it was funny because I wanted to delete everything on the camera. This is a digital camera. And I knew that you just can't hit the delete. I don't remember saying that, but it sounds like something I would say.
I don't remember saying that, but ow!
Boy,
That itch really hurts.
You got me at a loss for words, baby.
In 2011, Hilton was convicted of first-degree capital murder in Florida,
Where he'll face the death penalty in the killing and decapitation of this woman, Cheryl Dunlap.
He also pled guilty to the murders of Irene and John Bryant in North Carolina. Their family took to local media to express their outrage at the serial killer.
He beat my mother to death. He shot my father in the head. He murdered two people for no reason other than the trophies of their clothes and the $300 he got from their bank card.
The Bryant's children say they don't believe that Hilton is sorry.
No empathy, no mercy, no decency.
I think let's not go that far. Although, let me tell you, Meredith is the one that really gets to me. She was 24 years old. I stole over 50 years of her life. She was such a great girl. Just graduated from a fine school, Georgia, and had a bright future. And I took it all from her. It's terrible. It was terrible.
You said about Cheryl Dunlap, the
And-
community went
I'm not getting this. This guy's kind of weird.
Sure, she's a nurse, and she teaches Sunday school to 5th graders, but you'd think I killed Mother Teresa.
Hey, look, it's just another murderer. So many, there's a million murders.
This is how you're discussing the murder victim? You waxed poetic about Meredith and your regrets over her loss, and here you're deriding Cheryl?
It's just nothing. What do you... I don't know the answer to that.
Having terrorized and taken the lives of others, Hilton is now about to reveal the one thing that terrifies him. You said death is like a roaring fire. It can induce a blind panic that will make you trample your best friend to get away with it.
Very true.
And Gary Michael Hilton is about to meet his fate. The idea of your own death still frightens you.
Yes.
You're 78 years old now, right?
Time is short. I guess you could say that it is against me.
As far as Gary Hilton getting the death penalty, the law is the law.
Laura Mayo and Cindy Wachter were Cheryl Dunlap's best friends. Cheryl's life was mercifully cut short by serial killer Gary Michael Hilton in 2007.
I know that my faith dictates that I forgive, but the fact that he got the death penalty is probably fitting for someone like him. He cannot hurt anybody else, and I hope that he can reconcile everything he's done with God.
I also felt like he realizes that he's killed so many people, but yet he realizes he's going to die. And so it did, like Laura said, it did feel like it was fitting. It was the law and the people who made the judgments and everything decided that this was fitting.
Gosh, I can take a freaking nap.
Hilton taunted investigators
For
and
real.
dared the courts to charge him with capital murder.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna dig my heels in and get around to executing me 17 years from now when I'm 78 years old and I'm decrepit and anything. Hey, they can do it.
But now, exactly 17 years later, I'm sitting across from a decrepit 78-year-old Gary Hilton. And today, it is the death penalty that he fears most. You said something in the correspondence that I thought was especially striking. I thought I'd start with this. You said, confronting the reality of death.
Yes.
Is, of course, much different from the abstract concept.
Yes.
Death is like a roaring fire. It can induce a blind panic that will make you trample your best friend to get away with it.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Have you witnessed this intimately in the course of imposing death on your victims?
No, their death was, to them, completely unexpected.
And yet, what surprised me about that statement is that even after all the cruelty and killing you've done, the idea of your own death still frightens you.
Yes, and for that, I'm ashamed and I feel guilty.
Because the way you struck down those innocent people, you would think that life is cheap to you. But
that's right.
Does that just apply to other people's lives, not your own?
No, it applies to their lives too.
Does it apply to yours?
Yes, and when I say I want to live,
yeah,
well, they wanted to live too. I know they did.
Oh.
And I know when I took...
I don't want to watch this. Let's see what else is on. Ooh. What's this one about?
You know, I'm not a monster.
It's a girl.
I'm not a bad person.
Killer.
I did a bad thing.
Oh, we are watching this.
Roberson were lovers, and that when you felt jilted, you lashed out by setting the fire.
Put on 2 weeks ago.
You say it was a cry for help and a way to escape a desperate situation, an abusive situation. A live-in babysitter sets the house ablaze and then escapes, killing 4 young children and their parents.
I did it. I struck that match and I set that fire. But it wasn't to kill anybody. It wasn't. Those innocent babies.
Michael, Dale, Gary, and Rita, all choked to death by that smoke in terror.
I ran to the bed and I told him the house is on fire. God help me. I tried to get them out.
Almost 50 years later, Indiana's longest-serving female inmate,
Crazy.
Sarah Cindy White, answers for setting that fatal fire and saving herself. You got yourself out the window.
I fell out. I'm assuming I can't remember.
How do you explain the fact that you remember everything up to then and then everything after that?
I can't explain it. I really can't.
3 psychiatrists told the court that you're a pathological liar. You lied on the polygraph you took.
Mm-hmm.
You lied at the sentencing. You lied about setting fire.
Yes, I did.
Why do you keep doing that?
Set the house afire, not meaning to kill anybody. I didn't mean to.
Nope, it's starting to get whole again.
Now, she's making accusations of her own, pointing the finger at one of her victims.
He says if you run or try
See, the first time it was going so easily, and now it's just giving me problems. That's okay. Easy problems I can fix, but
I'm just outside Indianapolis, heading to meet a woman who's been in prison for longer than most Americans have been alive.
I'm like wrapped around. I'm not sure
And yet,
why.
a half-century of incarceration isn't enough to live down her one and only crime: the murders of a family of 6 by arson. Now, more than anything, Sarah Cindy White says she just wants to be believed. With growing calls to release Indiana's longest-serving female inmate, White has a controversial story to tell.
Thank you, guys.
I want to hear her out and get a glimpse into the mind of this convicted murderer. Once a known liar, can she ever be believed?
We're really here to understand the mindset and motivations behind your actions so long ago. It's my
Now we're done.
the way you would want me to if you were on the other side of the TV trying to figure out what to think. Does that make sense?
Yes.
White is 67 years old, wheelchair-bound and frail.
Why are you here today talking to us, Cindy?
And there's also a unique sensitivity at play that calls for a gentle tact.
I'm here today because there are little Cindys out there going through what I went through. And if they hear my story and they can find other ways to handle the situation that I did, they don't have to end up in here.
White says her story begins with child sexual abuse.
It happened to you at a time when most victims suffered in silence.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. I lived the abuse that my father gave me. This was not right. But
I'm
loved him.
flipping tired.
At the age of 8, he says this is our little secret.
I need to wake up.
White says her father's home was a living hell, and she began inventing ways to
I only drank 2 coffees. I know I'm having some energy or caffeine water drink thing. So it better kick in because I have to drive
do it,
to
you know,
Bismarck
to have
tonight.
it too
So
knocked out, and you know, it was just one thing after another. It got to the point that around Friday, I would either be delivering my newspapers or something like that, and my
It got so bad that you were institutionalized for almost a whole year.
Yeah, for 10 months.
They diagnosed you for an extreme stress condition known as conversion reaction, basically a psychological injury with physical manifestations.
They never explained that to me.
There was also a diagnosis that you had a tendency to exaggerate and distort facts.
Yeah.
It says that she has marked difficulty in telling.
So I realized when I took my earrings out, like
true to you? Does that make
they're all
sense
like
to you?
It does make sense.
bang. Okay,
But I've never heard this before.
like
All of this
both of them are.
You're
I'm
right.
like, what the frick? They weren't like that when I put them
Do
in.
you think that that's a coping mechanism that your brain sort of
devise to somehow reconcile the world that you lived in?
You could. It's very, very, very possible.
Is that still something that you want to do at times? Could that be part of the lasting damage you sustain? That sometimes your mind bends what happens in order to protect yourself emotionally?
No, nothing like that now. I think I'm very
Cuts against your credibility, right? Already met the Robersons.
Yes, I met them.
Don't know in my face again.
So they watched you grow up.
Yeah. And in fact, they would ask me to babysit a couple of times.
She says Charles and Carol Roberson had even taken her in as a younger teen when she needed safe harbor from her own family. She would take care for their 4 young children. At that point, by all appearances, they seemed like well-meaning.
I don't think I have a picture of it anymore.
It was fun.
My tattoo
And it
artist
was
said,
just
"What are you
wonderful.
wanting
And that's when
for
I
a tattoo?"
started fantasizing.
Well,
Charlie,
I
because he was really
remember,
He was.
but
You're
I don't know if I saved it.
You know, look at you. You are a really pretty woman. You know, and I have never been told that.
I don't
And
think
so
I did.
therefore, I was infatuated with him.
How old were you at that point?
I was 15.
That's where the romantic feeling
Yeah,
started.
and they did.
Even before you were institutionalized.
Yes, yes.
They kept in touch with you when you went to LaRue.
They did. They would come see me.
They would even come visit. Really?
Yes.
White says she was finally released from the psychiatric hospital just as she was turning 18, and soon landed in the one place she'd felt safe, the Roberson home. By then, according to investigators, White and Charles Roberson were exchanging these sexually charged letters. October 1975, the month she moved in. She tells him, "I wish I could have you all to myself," and that she wants him to be her first. He writes her, "You're at a legal age when you can have sex with me with no problem." Did you fall in love with him?
In a child's mind, yeah. In an adult mind, no.
You were 18 at that point.
I was still a child. I was so damaged, and he
I don't
would
think I saved
flirt
it.
with me, and he would tell me things that everybody wants to hear.
Can you describe it to me, what you felt from Mr. Roberson?
I got excited when I seen him. I would giggle when he would say something, you know. And as I think back now, it would be just, you know.
I don't
a
think
kid
I
thing.
did.
I didn't want sex really at the time. I just wanted someone to tell me I was pretty, to tell me that I amounted to something more than a piece of ass.
You wanted love.
Yeah, something that I've never received. Other than from kids.
I thought he sent him a picture before.
Is it possible
Of what I
in your
wanted.
damaged mind at the time that you were
That's
over-interpreting some of these things that he would say?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And then, according to you, things suddenly get very dark. White alleges both Charles and Carol Roberson became her lovers and then her pals.
I don't know if I want to watch this either.
It was to the point that I didn't know what else to do.
But did it never cross your mind, Cindy, that if I light this match, I could kill everyone in the house?
I didn't contemplate on it that long.
To an abusive childhood home. So after being released from the hospital, the Robersons. You've described two very different
don't watch this one either. It's just making me sleepy. I'm gonna literally put some music on because.
You need a minute? We can take as much time as you need.
Please, just for a second.
Hey, go back. The girl with all the gifts. Oh, it's a horror movie.
Kids, we would go. The school wasn't very far from the house, and I would take them at least once a day. That was their little reward for being good. And we would go and play on the recess activity you see out. And we played the sprinkler before it got too cold. And, little kid stuff.
But White says soon after she
BTK
arrived, the Robersons' home somehow transformed from a safe haven.
BTK child speaks out.
This program is made possible in part by an anonymous KPTS donor. The law offices of Morris Lang in Wichita supports KPTS, with attorneys practicing in over 35 areas.
Actually took your neighbor's body after he murdered her.
Terrorizing the Wichita community for decades, living a double life.
I remember this one.
He's the kind of dad who built you a treehouse, played with you in the treehouse, had a great time with you.
When he's finally identified and called the end of Wichita's nightmare is just the beginning of Carrie Rossum's.
So did you say your mom?
Susan Peters with the interview that Kansas television stations have been trying to get for years.
How did you and your brother and your mother not have a clue that your father was BTK?
No questions are off the table.
Do you want to say anything to the victims' families?
As BTK's daughter speaks out.
I remember the BTK. I remember that. Those other two I don't. That we were watching I don't remember. This one I do.
Identified and arrested Dennis Rader as the BTK serial killer, the Wichita community could finally breathe a sigh of relief. After 3 decades and 10 murders, the cloud of terror and mystery was lifted, and there was no longer with the shame of being BTK's daughter.
Yeah, it would
It's
suck.
been 14 years.
It took me a long time to just kind of get out of being in shock and shut down and dealing with grief and the loss of losing my father, because that's what it felt like the day he was arrested, that I had lost this man out of my life, like he had died but he wasn't dead.
Dennis Rader's
years. The first murders, 1974. 4 members of the Otero family, father, mother, and 2 children, ages 11 and 9, found tortured. No one realized at the time that these of a killing spree that would terrorize the Wichita community for decades.
No, you do not.
Was Carrie
I think I messed up
Rossum's
my.
father,
I did.
Dennis Rader.
That's alright. I can pick it off.
were on the street, your street, you grew up on. You'd walk to school this way.
Right.
What do you feel like when you're on this street?
Well, now, I mean, it's the place where my dad was arrested, and, like, my mom was removed from her house, and then our house was torn down, like, 2 years later. So to me, it feels
Date was February 25th, 2005.
This is breaking news.
A developing story from Park City and Wichita City Hall tonight. A Park City block remains closed off as Wichita police search a home.
For the first time publicly, BTK may have a name and a face.
Police say they caught Wichita's serial killer more than 30 years after his first murders.
Your dad was arrested right down here.
Yeah, at the corner. He was coming home from lunch. He rounded that corner, and several Wichita police and KBI and possibly FBI pinned him there with their trucks. And then he got out of his truck and they pinned him to the ground and arrested him.
The day your dad was arrested.
Yeah.
To say you were shocked was an understatement, correct?
Yes, I went into physical shock.
Well, yeah.
It was a bombshell, Carrie says, blew up her life. And now, this is the street I remember from 2005.
Right.
National media.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard.
Up and down, everywhere. I mean, the street.
Yeah, like
every national media was here in 2000.
Right.
What'd you think when you saw all that national media on your street?
Insanity. That was early on, so we were still in shock and trying to cope, day to day or even hour to hour.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking lot.
You had a normal family life with your father.
Yeah, I understand everyone's looking at my dad in on this side and they only see BTK, but anybody that knew my family before his arrest would tell you, we were a normal family. My dad
Would have never guessed it.
Tied a church.
It's weird. Yeah, how do you hide that shit?
He was a Boy Scout leader.
What was this here?
So this is my yard, and this was our driveway. You can see where the concrete was poured after 07 when it was bulldozed. The house was bulldozed.
This was your front yard.
Yeah, this
How
was
do I
the
remember the
driveway, and there was flowers here. And
Oh, that's why that went down.
And your dad
Alright, well, let's fix this quick.
That was my favorite climbing tree. It was right over the patio, so we had a porch swing and my dad had laid a brick patio. We had a porch swing there, and it was like.
About the treehouse.
The treehouse was over in this corner, into the back tree. It wasn't attached to the tree. It was on 4 big telephone stilts that he got at Payless Lumber. And Mom would be like, "Well, don't you want to go shopping at the mall and buy a dress?" I'm like, "No, Mom.
Really?
I want to go fish with Dad."
You're
I
weird.
can't believe you just climbed this tree.
Yeah.
You were a tomboy?
Oh, total, 100% still tomboy, because I was Dad's kid. So.
The year was 1985. Recently widowed, Mrs. Hedge lived alone, just a few houses away. Carrie and her parents frequently walked by Mrs.
Early morning hours of Saturday, April 27th, and later that day, cut phone lines to Hedge's home, broke into the house, and kidnapped the 53-year-old Park City
That she was missing, and I'm sure my parents were talking about it too, which is insane to think about now.
Cryptic notes for police and the news media. As with all the others, Maureen Hedge was bound, tortured, and killed. But BTK did not admit to this killing. One investigators connecting his neighborhood with BTK. But upon his his capture 20 years later, Rader shared the shocking details of his crime.
I very carefully snuck into the house, kind of like a cat burglar. She screamed and jumped in the bed and strangled her manually. Eventually moved her to the trunk.
So crazy.
Church you grew up in,
He dressed her up.
he dressed her up and in bondage.
Yeah.
In the church you grew up?
Yeah. So I didn't know. He told the police that, I believe, when he was arrested that night when he confessed. But then it didn't come out publicly till he was in the plea in June. And so, like, my poor pastor was sitting there. My dad wasn't home the night Mrs. Hedge was missing.
He was at a Boy Scout camp because he was a Boy Scout leader.
Tawakoni out there by Andover.
And come to find out, yeah, he was at a Boy Scout overnight.
Right, but he left.
He left the Boy Scout overnight.
Right.
Went and killed your neighbor whom you had said hi to.
Yeah.
And then went back to the Boy Scout camp after
So
the night.
crazy.
Yeah, after taking her to the church and then dumping her body out in eastern Wichita. We're almost done. And I want to start another one. I want to start the one I've been wanting to start, and I've just been pushing it off. But I'm going to start it anyway. I mean, I was always out with my dad. Out there with my bike.
What are your favorite memories of your father?
So I grew up really close to my dad. So probably my favorite take the car and drive all over. We were completely normal. Like I was everything up until 5.
Then in 2005, just as police closed in and arrested BTK, authorities were alerting each member of the Rader family at exactly the same time. Carrie was living in Michigan. An FBI agent showed up at her door.
And then he said, like, have you heard of BTK? And your head just spins because you're like,
What did you first say to him when he said that to you?
I was like, you mean the man that is wanted for like strangling, women or murder? I think I said murdering, wanted for murderers in Kansas. And he said, yeah.
And then what did you say to him?
Well,
what did you ask
as
him?
soon as he mentioned BTK, I thought maybe something had happened to my dad's mother, because I knew BTK in the past had murdered women that like lived alone. So I thought BTK had murdered my grandma.
So you said to the
Yeah,
FBI,
I said, is my grandma Dorothea okay? And he's like, yeah, she's fine. And then he says, your dad's BTK, and I'm going into physical shock. I'm starting to shake. I'm like, the room's spinning.
Yeah, like, how would you take that?
Right, and like, I'm trying to keep it together, and I'm already going into like physical shock, like mental and physical shock. So he has to keep trying to say, your dad is BTK. He just keeps repeating it because he's trying to, because there's nothing computing, like no one's home. So I'm like
So
holding on to
weird.
the kitchen wall, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall down. So I thought I was gonna faint. And so he said, I'm like, I need to sit down. So I'm walking across the living room, and I sit down on the couch. And then I'm like, I need to call my husband because, I think the FBI agent realized right away, like we had no idea.
so did you say to your mom, this can't be Dad?
Yeah, I mean, we were basically echoing back and forth. They got the wrong guy.
But as Carrie learned more, reality sunk in. Rader may have never been caught had he not decided to resurface in 2004, 13 years after torturing and killing his last victim, Dolores Davis.
So you had never heard of the BTK acronym
No.
until 2004?
No.
You had never heard of it as a child, or?
No, I had no idea. I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy that that happened in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we never talked about it or anything in our house.
Isn't that weird? You never talked about it in your house?
No.
But BTK was once again front page after he sent a letter and souvenirs, as he called them, to the Wichita Eagle. He was bragging about the murder of Vicki Wegerle in September of 1986. Carrie recalls just 2 months earlier, her father had packed up the family and taken them all to Disneyland.
You can match up the timeline of the last 3 murders when I was alive. I went to Disneyland in '86, and then a month later he murdered Mrs. Wegerle.
Right.
So, you can't really separate that out now.
Then the killer started leading authorities on
Okay.
scavenger hunts.
Sorry, I had to get another blanket too because I'm cold, but I gotta feed my cat, and I'm gonna get up and start cleaning a little bit. Maybe I could wake up and I clean a little bit. Super freaking tired. I need to wake up or I'm not going to be able to drive tonight. And maybe if I start to clean, I'll start sweating so then I can wake up. Frickin' man, I'm tired. Just gonna let this water get warm. So I want to clean this off because I want to cook this tonight. I gotta dry my hands off a little bit. They're kind of wet, and I gotta get that formula. Fertilizer. Ow! I need to sweep this floor again. I swear I have to sweep every day. It just gets messy. sometimes I like forget what I'm doing. Alright. I am going to pause you so I can go feed my calf. And then I'll come back in to start cleaning. Turn you back on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I am going to start cleaning up so I can wake up because I'm tired. What? I gotta shut my daughter's doors because I have the cat in the house.
Any aspect of that ever happening. I was really stunned that Alex would even think that would be a possibility. Now, he would write odd things, both in the letters and on the envelopes. Now, one of the envelopes
Man.
was a picture of a
I feel like
Another booklet contained a drawing of Raiders.
I feel like it's foggy in my house. Or my glasses are foggy, but they're not. And I clean them all the time, but I just feel like it's foggy or something. My glasses are clean. I can't get them any cleaner than they are, but I don't know. I just feel like it's dark or something. I don't know. Alright, where to begin? That was my skin, I think. Flip. I'll go up to sweep. I usually put the chairs in the living room, but I think I'm going to put them up on the couch or on the table this time. That way they can just stay there until we come home on Saturday. Oh, I gotta set that. Ah, frick. And this one and that one was pretty frickin' sweet. But it's supposed to give you energy. I don't know if it's really giving me energy or not, but we'll see, I guess. Alright, I gotta turn some music on though because as much as I do kind of want to watch this BTK, but I need to turn on some music because I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, my name is Sam Fugger from the Lazy R.
get these full of some treats for my babies. All day long I can hear people talking loud. But when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Oh, Mr. Lipster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. Smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I am. You say you're first when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. Says you'll catch me wherever I fall. Garbage bag thing down there is falling over. Well, that's okay. I'll need them all up because I have to cover my hand up when I shower. My kids need to drink these though. Ah. Alright, let's see if anything else is on. Although I do like this song though. I don't know where this is, but we'll start here. Oh, this is so messy. something I shouldn't be doing, but I do it anyway. Because even though my arthritis is bad and I hurt, shit's gotta get done. Two of the chairs are in the living room, so that's good. But I don't think I could do all 6 if I had to. I'm only doing these 4, and I think that's hard. Oh. I don't know if I know this one. Maybe I do. But making my kids pick stuff up off the floor, because I can't. I made a list on what my husband's father has to do for our animals. I'm gonna have to turn this on. Listen to this. I'm gonna go put these in my closet. I'll be right off. And then we'll go to the other part of the kitchen and clean that up. Okay, just kidding. I put them on my coffee table. That's probably bad. I shouldn't have. I should have just put them away, but I put them on the coffee table. Ouch. My foot hurts. Oh, Melissa, Dad. What's this? I missed. I was out feeding Anna. Or, not Anna. Stitch. So, I have to call and talk to the school. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from getting the kids, but we're getting ready to head off to Bismarck. So, I will be on probably Sunday, Monday, I don't know, sometime. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.